Hop off a 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, get coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and then got a coat, I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam, cause this shit bigger than me. Color stones in my infinity lane, and in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, could that be my brother? We got the same roller, he matching me. Nah, for real.
Water on me like the sun of sun. Carrots, some pointers. All these comers, I want from me go gunners out the jungle. Me glide all, fuck a front up, nigga. Cake on me, no funnel. Cash. Drop top feeling like stunner. Drop top. KD play no runner. We gone. Chrome my wallet. Smoke my pilot. Take 3 vibe to the tropics. Nigga one shit. I was outside just serving narcotics. Pay me that stick. Nigga made one wrong move, just popping. Living on broke with the whole flooded out in the hotel lobby. It's crowded. Diamonds be dancing like Bobby. They dance. Don't touch it, dick like it be cocky. Don't touch it. Shroom and GC the party. We geek. Bitch, it gon' trend on the top. He trend. The way I pull up, I'ma pop it and none of these niggas gon' stop me. Pull up. Gone. Put this shit on, get a cup for the drip on my motherfucking 5 kilo. Keep stacking your bank and get bigger. Never would, I throw some shade on no nigga. On team, little nigga, don't play with these niggas. I see the big picture, we up on these niggas. The huncho, the one you gon' call on me, nigga. I got your back, you gon' follow me, nigga. When I get up, we gon' ball on these niggas. Fucking shit up, cause we beat out the system. Fuck the system.
Hop off a 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, get coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and then got a coat, I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam, cause this shit bigger than me. Color stones in my infinity lane, and in the factory masterpiece. I call him twin, could that be my brother? We got the same roller, he matching me. Nah, for real. Nah, for real. Nah, for real. Bro, I buy some shit and I take it to places she never would go. They know, that this shit won't wipe in their nose. Double up, pulling up, collecting to the below, that's a back and right after my show.
Hey, know I'm talking bot. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, know I'm talking bot, RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. So boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up because tonight it's going to be an interesting night because I told y'all I was going to do something tonight. I told y'all tonight I had someone who was going to come speak tonight, and I wasn't lying to y'all. We definitely are going to bring somebody up first. I got some content tonight we're going to drop about Takeoff later on in the show. We got receipt folder, we got videos, we got all type of stuff going on tonight. But first, I played a video over here yesterday, you know what I'm saying? There's a lady who was speaking about the whole situation about J Prince Jr., whatever. And y'all remember I kept telling y'all, pay attention to who that lady was because I was going to bring her up. So allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. And it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video, and everything I say is alleged. Allegedly. So, all right. I need everybody in the building to smash that like button. So, surviving J Prince Jr. We definitely got to jump the show off like that. If y'all want to start off with the special guest, I need everybody to hit that like button. I need everybody in the building to smash that like button if y'all ready for me to bring this guest up. Hold on, I'm gonna do a poll real quick. Who wants to hear the victim speak up? Because he definitely has victims. J Prince Jr. definitely is notorious in the nightlife with the ladies. I think a lot of ladies know about Jay Prince, how he gets down allegedly. He uses his power and tries to belittle women and abuse women with his power and who his daddy is. But we gonna talk about Jay Prince Jr. Because he had he has a lot to do with the Takeoff case. If you pay attention to all those girls who were around him, they were there with Jay Prince Jr. and DJ Patton in. Like they were 100% there with them guys. So they strong armed them girls, took them phones, and he probably allegedly could have kidnapped some of them because he's notorious for all this allegedly. But we gonna get into Jay Prince Jr. right about now. I need everybody go ahead and spark up your CBD. Go ahead and pour up your favorite beverage, orange juice, preferably mix in whatever. Get your dinner ready, popcorn ready. It's time right now. I need everybody to go ahead and smash the like button. You know, this the voice that makes the ladies moist. Big RatchetTV, Tone Bite. I so boom. Cookieanaaa. What's good?
Hey.
It's Cookieanaaa, right?
Yes, it's Cookieanaaa.
And that's how they can find you on Instagram as well, right?
Yes. Oh, that's Cookieanaaa. That is my
Oh, that's
Instagram.
Cookieanaaa. Okay. Salute, Miss Angelica. I appreciate that. So let's chop it up. Where you from?
Okay. I am originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You from Tulsa. And you were out there in Houston?
I moved to Houston in 2011 and I left 2019.
And you are were you a stripper or
I started off as a dancer. I started off at Dreams. I only worked for about 2, maybe 3 months max. I was really good at networking and getting myself soft, so I didn't dance that long. My name, my brand kind of blew up pretty fast. So I was involved in the nightlife for all of those years, but I only danced for a couple of months.
okay. You only danced a couple months. So when you were in Houston, you were dancing?
Yeah, I danced in Houston. I danced at Dreams.
And what do you do now?
Now I have a dispensary out here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We just opened. Our grand opening was a couple weeks ago. So this is my baby.
Congratulations.
This is what I do. Thank
Congratulations on
you.
that. Salute. All right, so let's go back to your stripper days. You was out there in Tulsa. You went out there to Houston. What was it like out there in Houston in the clubs?
Man, for me, honestly, like I never had any stripper fights. It was just all about the bag for me. In networking,
Mhm.
I was blessed. Shout out to Texas Game. I was blessed with one of the main dudes at Dreams. He kind of latched on to me from jump. And so with me being under his wing, I got to dance for like James Harden and Rick Ross and Meek Mill and all the celebrities for the couple of months that I did dance. It was a bag. I was making a bag. So it was fun.
Okay. So you was out there making a bag in Houston, and you came across some rappers. You come across some
Yes.
athletes.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in the nightlife in Houston knows me. Promoters, rappers, DJs.
Name some rappers. Who you know out there?
I know DJ Pat. I know the whole rap a lot. I know
Okay.
DJ Eric, DC from V Live. I've been to Slim Thug's house. I've been to his birthday parties. I've been in music videos with Zero, J Dog, Stally. I just everybody. I know
Okay.
all the stripper bitches from Johnny Blaze, Lyra Galore, Alexis Sky.
You know Drake.
I mean, he's been in my strip club before. The last strip club that I worked at in Houston, I went from dancing, I worked my way all the way up to a manager. I was a bottle girl manager at Karma,
I'm
which,
listening to you. I'm just gonna give you some promo. Go ahead, do your thing.
yeah, but I was, yeah, I know Drake. I don't know him like personally, but I've actually had to serve him before and deal with him before and put the girls that he likes in his section for him and things like that.
Okay.
Drake like them thick girls, so.
Got you. Okay, Cookieanaaa. Okay, so when you was out there in H Town, you came across the Prince family. You said rap a lot. DJ Pat. The Prince family.
Yes.
How'd you meet them?
I actually met Mike first. I met Mike through a promotional group called Five Star Pro, which they were a group of promoters that dealt with like college students. Again, when I moved out there, I was only 19. So one of my friends that was a part of the promotional group was real cool with Mike Prince, and he brought me to the Rap a Lot Studios, and I met Mike. I didn't meet Junior until probably like 2014, 2015. At that time, Miss Cookie Monroe had started taking off. I have been in every urban magazine you could think of. And so I started to build my name, and it just so happened that me and Junior, Jay Prince Jr., we had an event together. And that's how we met. We both ended up on a flyer for the same club. He followed me, I followed him back. And we had a small conversation before that night in the DMs. And that was how me and Junior met.
So what did y'all talk about in the DMs?
Nothing. It was just very casual. What's up? You coming out tonight? Am I gonna see you? You come in? Just a little small talk, because like I said, we both was hosting. And I think we were just kind of verifying, with each other, like, yeah, we both gonna be there. At this time, I didn't know much about Junior.
So he was being normal. He didn't shoot a shot or nothing.
Yeah, he was just being normal. He was
Okay.
he was super normal.
So you didn't know nothing about him. You end up y'all hosting an event together.
Yes, we had
Okay,
a flyer.
walk me through that. You meet Jay Prince at the club. How does it go? Who you go to the club with? Who you pull up with?
It was my birthday. I had a hosting, so I got my bitches and I got my boyfriend at the time, and he has one of his homeboys with him. We deep. We like 2 cars deep, and we go to the club. And I remember walking in, and I remember like his section being like at the front, like the way the club was set up. When you walk in, it's sections to the right and it's sections to the left, and then it's like an open space in the middle. And he was to the right, he was in the front row, and then my section was in the back row behind him to the left. And I remember walking past this section. I remember him seeing me, me seeing him. And it was very normal. It was very, very normal until I was leaving the club.
So hold on. Throughout the night, y'all don't have any interactions.
No, he does not say anything to me, but he is like looking at me. Like I see him like looking.
He's sizing
at
you
me.
up. He's sizing you up.
He definitely sizing your girl up, and I'm just like, I got my dude with me, so I'm like, how the fuck? Like, I just hope he don't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? And I left like around. I like to leave the club a little early, like 30, 45 minutes early, and so I remember saying, I don't want to walk this way, I want to walk that way. And instead of walking out behind him, I decided to walk out in front of him, because he was in the back of the section and he had a lot of people in front of him. So I thought that I would be able to just walk past the section and we wouldn't have any type of interaction at all. But that did not go like that. What happened was, I'm walking out the club, walking past this section, and I was snatched the fuck up, and I was tossed.
Wait. You were snatched and tossed by who?
To this day, I cannot tell you who. I just know that like my body did like a spin, and then I was in front of Junior. And I went through like 3-4 sets of hands. And I'm standing in front of Junior, and he's like, "What's up? Where you going?" And I was like, we finna go to the strip club. And he was like, all right. He was like, that's your boyfriend that you with? And I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. Like, you tripping. And he was like, all right. He was like, all right, I'm gonna let you go. He was like, I'm gonna see you at the strip club though. I'm like, all right, babe. And he let me leave. And it was normal still. I mean, he shot his shot, but he let me go. And then I went to the strip club. And when I got to the strip club, I was there. We were all there chilling.
So your boyfriend didn't say nothing about you getting snatched up like that?
He was so mad. Oh my gosh, he was so mad. He was so pissed off. And my boyfriend at the time, he a light-skinned dude, so he was very emotional about the situation. And I I just was like, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm not worried about him. I'm not thinking about him. It's my birthday. Like, let's just go to the next spot. And so I was able to calm him down. And then so we go to the strip club and we chilling. And so when Junior walks into a club in Houston, anybody of Rap-A-Lot, when they walk inside of a club, whether it's a regular club or a strip club, the DJ, Rap-A-Lot is in the building. Rap-A-Lot is in the building. We got Jay Prince Jr. or, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So when I went to the strip club, I hear that he's coming in the club, and I've been trying to remember all, like, for like the past 6 weeks, like, what is the song? But it was a Meek Mill song playing, and it was a song that he was saying something about take your bitch, and I just cannot remember like what the name of the song was. But Junior comes in the strip club to that song, walks through my section rapping this song, and I'm just like, he's arrogant. That was when I realized that he was arrogant, and that's kind of like when I was like, yeah, I can't even be his friend. So I ended up, he at his section, I'm at my section. We doing our own thing. I leave my section. Now, I don't know if I was going to the restroom or if I was going to the bar, but I remember leaving my section, and I remember Junior walking up to me and grabbing me. And he was like, so you coming home with me? And I'm like, no, I'm not coming home with you. Like, I'm here with all my people. Like, no, I'm not going home with you. He was like, yes, you is. Like, I'm taking you home with me. And I realized that he was serious. So my, like, radar started, like, I've been kidnapped before. I've been through some terrible things. So it's like my radar started going off. And I'm like, damn, he's serious. Like, he's dead ass serious. Like, he's not about to let me leave. So I ended up, like, finessing. I was like, let me go get my keys real quick. Let me go get all my stuff then, since you want me to leave with you. He was like, all right. And he called this dude, and he was like, she's going home with me. And
who
she
was
said
the
she
dude?
gotta go.
Who was the dude?
It was a Mexican dude. We were at a Mexican strip club. I think it was called Chi-Chi's. It's on Richmond. It was on Richmond and Fondren, I believe, or like Fondren and like West Park Highway, right under the bridge. And it was a Mexican, it was a Hispanic club. And I remember him grabbing one of the Mexicans, and the dude came up. He was like, she's leaving with me. She said she got to go get her stuff. I need you to walk her to go get her stuff, and I need you to walk her back. I need you to make sure that she comes back. I'm like, at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about my nigga. I'm thinking about my boyfriend. Like, that's all that's on my mind. I'm like, man, this dude crazy. Junior got all these fucking people with him. Like, this finna be bad. And you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even go back to my section. I decided to walk completely out the club with the Mexican bodyguard. I walked completely out the club, and I called my boyfriend at the time, and I'm like, I need you to come outside. I'm ready to go home. I need you to come out here. So him and his shooter, I guess, come outside, and they start arguing with the Mexican dude. And the Mexican dude is like, I have orders. I have directions. Junior said I need to bring her back. I don't know you. I don't even know if this girl know you, but I know that I have orders. And so I threatened to call the police at that point. And I was like, I'm going to call the police because you cannot force me to go anywhere with anybody. I don't want to go with him. I don't want to leave with him. So I'm going home. And he let me go. And that was the first incident that I had with Junior.
Okay, so you go home. Okay, let's stop right there. Let's breathe for a minute. So at that point, Junior basically tries to get you kidnapped or strong arm you. He's forcing you to leave with him.
Yes.
And you're trying to leave. So you end up leaving. Okay, so at that point, you go home. Do you ever hear from Junior again?
I don't hear from him again, but I do run into him again.
Where do you run into him at?
Prospect Park.
What is Prospect Park?
So Prospect Park is a very known place in Houston. It's like a lounge, like it's like an all-day type thing. They have this really cool patio. A lot of people go there to watch the games. A lot of people go there to pregame. Some nights it could be considered a club.
So he never DM'd you again. He just run into him at this spot. Okay, what goes on at this spot? What happens?
So this was a very crazy night for me.
Who were you with this night?
I was actually alone. I was going to Prospect Park to meet a couple of my homegirls. And like I said, Prospect Park is a well-known place. So when I get there, Rap-A-Lot is in there. A lot of other people are in there.
So at this
And
point, had you heard of? Okay, so now that you were introduced to J Prince Jr., had you reached out to anyone to know like who is this dude or what was this about? Did you ever
well,
before
my
we get to
baby
this story?
daddy, my baby daddy kind of like let me know, like not what he was doing to women or whatever, but he kind of laced me up on like who he was in the city and
Okay, so
how
who was
everybody
he in the
know
city?
him.
Give us an idea. What is his reputation in Houston?
He is he is James Prince Sr.'s son. He is a junior. His dad is I guess a mogul in the hip hop game. And like he run Houston.
So that's what you were told. They're like he runs Houston.
Yeah,
And
like but when my baby daddy was pissed when dude snatched me out his arms, and he was pissed when dude tried to keep me at the club. So my baby daddy was mad.
so
Shit
wait,
didn't
this
go
what
left.
was your boyfriend, your baby daddy, or
Yeah, so he's my son's father today.
okay?
But at
Gotcha.
this point, he was my boyfriend,
Okay.
and he was pissed when that stuff happened. Like he was pissed, but it just so happened that he was really cool with one of the guys that was known as one of Junior's runners, like one of his bodyguards, one of the niggas that's like with him all the time, like muscle.
And who is this?
And his name is Big E. And so my baby daddy and Big E, they knew each other, I think, from high school. And so that was why the situation really didn't go like left, was because Big E, I guess, told him who I was or who my boyfriend was, and it was supposed to be an understanding. And obviously, there was no understanding though, because I ran into him again.
So when you say runner, like what was Junior into? Like what did he have going on in the city?
I mean, from my understanding, he would had his hands in, music stuff. He had his hands in, I know they had dice games all the fucking time. Like that's like a big thing in Houston. Like that's really part of the culture. Like, especially working in the strip club. When our strip club closed, like at night, that's when niggas come in there and they get to shooting dice and they have their little rolling dice parties and shit like that. Like it was plenty of times where I'm leaving the strip club to go to work. Go home, and they're outside. They're in the club shooting dice like until 6, 7, 8 in the morning.
Okay, so he had his hands into that and also music. That's all you heard about him.
Yeah, that's all I heard. Like I didn't really hear anything about like drugs and like murders and things like that. Like none of that came to me. I was just told to be careful around him because they get their way. They have their way.
Okay, so you figure out who he is. Now you run into him at this pregame spot. What happens?
So I have a phone case that's kind of like this. It was a Louis Vuitton one too. It was a phone case, but it was like a little wristlet that I could put my wrist in. And my phone case was hanging down like this, and it was one of the ones that opened up, and it had my phone on this side, and on this side it was my ID, my social, my all my shit, debit cards, all my shit. And so I'm sitting at the bar and I'm waiting on my drink, waiting on my homegirls, and my phone is like hooked on my wrist. Junior comes out of fucking nowhere and rips it off my wrist and breaks my fucking wallet. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he puts my phone in his pocket. And I'm like, I turn around, I see it's Junior. I'm like, Junior, like, what are you doing? Give me my phone. He's like, nah, come chill. Like, you here, I see you, you know what I'm saying? Come chill. And so I'm like, I'm waiting on my homegirls anyway. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll sit down. I'll chill for a little bit. And so I'm chilling. And I'm like, give me my phone. Like, I'm supposed to have somebody meeting me. Like, let me call. Let me see where she at. Let me check. You know what I'm saying? He was not having none of that. Like, he was not giving me my phone at all. So I was like, all right, well, I'm about to go home. He was like, no, don't go home. I want you to go to this club across the street. Like, we walked to the club. We walked out of Prospect Park, bust a left down Richmond, and we're walking down to this other club. So we go into this other club, and he's drunk. Like, he's sloppy drunk, falling asleep, falling over. And I remember going into the club and seeing, like, 3 bitches that my boyfriend knew. And I was like, I just remember thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, like my dude is gonna think that I just really came out to be with this nigga, like not my friends. And I just remember like thinking like I'm gonna have to explain this. Like this is gonna have to be
So
explained.
you went from one spot to another with him while he still has your stuff, and you never thought to ask anyone for help or.
Honestly, when we got to the other club, I approached the girls that knew my boyfriend. And I was like, he got my phone. Like I can't go nowhere. But I feel like even if I would have went and been like, oh, I want my phone, like, and I think I did. Because you asking me that is a good question because it's making me think. I think I do remember telling somebody like, he's asleep. Can you tell him to give me my phone? Like I want to go home. And I remember a dude like saying, Junior, she want her phone, but he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. Like there was nobody to protect me in that situation.
So where was your friends at?
To be honest, I didn't have my phone. I didn't talk to my friends until way later, 4 or 5 o'clock that morning when I finally.
Okay. No, hold on. We're gonna stop. We're gonna stop. Let's slow down. All right. So you asking for your phone. A dude tells him. He says he don't care. What happened?
Yeah, he was like, she all right. I'm gonna give it to her. Like, but he didn't give it to me. And so I remember walking out of that club, and we actually were outside, and we were actually having a conversation like two normal people. And he was just asking me, where I was from, and he was telling me, who he is and who his daddy is and all that good shit. And I just remember him saying like, so you're gonna have to suck or fuck for this phone back, right? And I just remember looking at him like, what? And he was like, you're gonna have to suck or fuck for this phone. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not even the type of girl to even talk or be all into sucking dick anyway. Like that's not me. And I'm just like, I'm not none of these bitches in Houston. Like I remember telling him that, like, I'm not none of these bitches from Houston. Like I don't know how you be handling all these other girls, but that's not me. Like I'm not about to suck or fuck for nothing. And he was like, all right, whatever, we gonna see. And I'm like, all right, well, let me have my phone now. Like, we done been to 2 clubs. Like, I go home. Let me have my phone now. And he told me, he was like, come with me to the strip club. If you come to the strip club, I'll give you your phone at the strip club. And I'm like, is you really going to give me my phone at the strip club? And he's like, yeah, he's like, ride with me. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to ride with you. I'm going to just drive. I got my own car. I'm going to follow you. And I remember he was driving a Bentley that night. I'll never forget it because he was bragging about the Bentley. And he was like, you need a ride in the Bentley. And all I had was a little Corolla. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to drive. I'm going to just drive. I don't like, no. So I'm following him to the strip club and he's speeding. And I ended up getting pulled over. I got a ticket that night. And I got pulled over. I didn't have my driver's license. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have anything. He had all my shit.
So did you tell the police this?
Yes, I was like, Junior has my phone, Junior has my wallet, he has my driver's license. I was following him. He still gave me a ticket for speeding, but he let me go.
So you didn't tell them that he basically tried to kidnap you?
No, I did not. Because at this point I wasn't. Honestly, my whole thing, honestly, I feel like
So were you trying to kick it with him?
No, I wanted my phone back. At this point, I wanted my phone back. When I first got to Prospect Park, when he first originally took my phone, I was mad, but I wasn't scared, I should say. I was like, you're a jerk, like you're an asshole, but like, whatever, if you want me to chill, I'll chill. It was when I'm at the second club and I see these girls that know my boyfriend that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not a good look. And then when I'm leaving on the way to the other club, I'm still not feeling like anything is happening that I can report. Like the only thing I could say is,
but you've encountered this man before and he tried to kidnap you before.
But even then I was protected. I wasn't kidnapped. So it was like, I got out of it once, I can get out of it again. And I think that's where my mind was. And then not only that, like, I don't really fool with the police. It's a lot of things. I got a record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person to run to the police. I'll run to my nigga. Like, I'll run to the streets, like, before I run to the police. So it was never a, let me put this man in jail. It was more so of a, let me just protect myself and make sure that I make it fucking home. Like, that's all it was to me. And again, I wasn't in the car with him. So it wasn't like he didn't take my car keys. I had my car keys. He took my phone. And it was even times where I thought like, man, fuck that phone. Fuck all that shit. But I'm in this big ass city. Houston's fucking huge. And I use my phone to get everywhere. I don't know this city like that. I don't even know how the fuck to get home. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like my mind kind of changed from, I need to get away from him to more so I just need my phone so I can get home. I just want to get my phone. I can't call my mama. I can't call my boyfriend. I can't call my homegirls. I don't even know if my homegirls showed up at Prospect Park. I don't know anything. So when I finally make it to the strip club, he's not even there. And I'm like, okay, I'm standing outside my car, and he finally pulls up. And at this point, I think the finesse came out of me, because I was like, I remember sitting in the passenger seat, and I remember saying, let me see my phone real quick. Let me just
Hold on. Wait. So the cops leave, and then you end up hooking up with them.
I went to the strip club to get my fucking phone. My mom didn't live in Houston. My mom lived in the outskirts, like really fucking far. So I needed my phone. Like, there was no way for me to know how to get home or anything without my phone. So when I'm at the strip club, I'm standing outside in the parking lot, and I'm waiting for him. And so he pulls up, and I open up the door. At this point, I'm finessing. Like, I'm making it seem like, okay, I'm here for you. I want to fuck with you. Like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, in my mindset, that's what it was. Like, I was just playing my cards. And I got in the car, and I was like, let me see my phone, Junior. Let me just call my mama to let her know that I'm with you, because one, I always go home, and two, she has my daughter. So let me call her and let her know that I'm finna be with you tonight. And at first, he tried to give me his phone, and I was like, I don't know my mama number by heart. So he gave me my phone, and I called my mom. And I'm like, Mom, I'm with Junior from Rap-A-Lot. I'm just letting you know, because he's trying to get me to stay. And she was like, okay. And so I hung up the phone. And he tried to ask me for my phone back.
Wait, why at that point didn't you tell your mom what was going on?
Because he was right there. He was right next to me. There was no way that I could have been like, Mom, I'm letting you know that he's trying to kidnap me and he doesn't want to let me go. Like, I couldn't do that with him sitting right next to me. It just wasn't smart. And I knew it wasn't smart. And I had already had a game plan. I knew what I was going to do. I already knew what I was going to do.
What was you going to do?
I was going to escape. I was going to get the fuck away from this man. And I knew that. And I knew how I was going to do it. So he pulled up, he opened up the door. I sit in the car, and I said, let me call my mom, try to give me his phone. I was like, I don't know her number by heart. He gives me my phone. I call my mom, I hang up, and he tried to get my phone back. I said, nah, you good. You tripping. I'm not going nowhere. Like, you got me, I'm here. I was like, let's go in the club. So me knowing that as soon as we walk in the club, it's Rap-A-Lot. Everybody's going to know it's Rap-A-Lot. Everybody's going to talk to him. All the attention is going to be on him. Soon as we walked in the club, as soon as I heard them say Rap-A-Lot was in the building, I turned the fuck around and I ran the fuck out. And I was gone. And for me, it was like, okay, like, what the fuck? It was scary, but I done been through scary as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that shit wild, but I'm good. I'm about to go home. Let me make my phone calls now. So I remember calling one of my homegirls. And I was like, bitch, tell me why I just had to fucking escape from Junior. And she was like, bitch, you didn't hear about what the fuck he did to Asia? And I'm like,
who is Asia?
A girl. I really don't want to put her out there like that, but she's from Houston. Very well known. She was on a TV show before. A lot of people know her. She just went through something very traumatic not too long ago. She was all over the blogs. But she was like, yeah, call Asia, let Asia tell you, what happened to her. And so I'm talking to Asia. I'm telling her, I'm like, I just had to escape from Junior. And my homegirl told me to call you. She said you went through something similar with him. You know what he do to you? And she was like, bitch, the difference between me and you is you actually got away. You didn't have to go to his house. She told me that she had to escape from a house in the Woodlands, which the Woodlands is a really, really nice area in Houston. I believe that's where they all live. Like that's where their main house is. And basically she told me that she had went over there with him, and she had ended up staying the night over there. And the next day she was in the bathroom getting dressed and like doing her makeup and stuff, and Junior was like, you know, where the fuck you think you going? And she was like, I'm finna go to the mall with my homegirls, so they gonna bring me back when I'm done. And he was like, basically she wasn't going nowhere. And she was like, well, can I at least go outside and talk to them because they drove all the way out here? And he basically made her go outside in her panties and her bra, like with no shoes on. And she said that she basically left the house in her undergarments and she never went back in the house, and they pulled off and they left because that was the only way she was going to get away from them. So after all that happened, I'm not gonna lie, because I had somebody ask me today, like, you know, why did you take so long to speak out? One, he didn't touch me. You know, like I had a situation with him, I got away from him, but he never touched me. So it was really nothing to report. Two, it was fear because I was also in the nightlife. You know, I was around this man every single night to where we kind of have that survivor abuser relationship, to where like I can be around you at work, I can even communicate with you.
Okay, so hold on. So after this happens, you get away from him. You don't call the police. You call your homegirl. You figure out that he did it to another girl named Asia, but he embarrassed her. I'm sure you heard about more stories after this.
I didn't. I did not. I did
Not at
not
this point.
start.
Okay, hold
No,
on. Wait. Okay, so then, at this point, had you seen him? Did you have any more encounters with Junior?
plenty,
Okay.
but it was never like that though. I only had
Okay, so you
encounters with
encounters
him.
him, and what else happened?
Other than me dealing with him at work, you know, he would come into my strip club. He would come to the back. He would demand bottles. You know, he would demand, you know, sections. He would demand that everybody with him get in the club free. Um, and this was like a every night thing. I seen Junior damn near every
So what
fucking
will happen if
weekend.
you don't give him his way?
I don't know because
Never heard of any stories.
yeah, I don't know. You know, because he gets his way.
Okay. So how do you know DJ Pat and company, and then how do you know DJ?
DJ Pat is a number one like DJ. Like he DJs at well, when I was in Houston, he was DJing at Crazy Horse on the north side of Houston. Um, I knew all the DJs. I knew all the strippers, all the
Now,
DJs.
was the mob ties in the mix with DJ Pat?
Um, I don't know if they ever, to be honest, I really don't know because I didn't work in Crazy Horse. You know, I knew
So
girls that
you
did
never
work
seen
in
them. You
Crazy
never
Horse.
seen them together.
No.
Okay.
DJ Pat was always on the north side. He was always DJing on the north side, and I was always working at the clubs on the south.
Okay. And so DJ Pat, what was DJ Pat's reputation out there?
DJ Pat was just a DJ. I've never heard anything bad about him. He's just very passionate about DJing. I've never heard. I didn't even know that they were attached until you put their names together. Honestly.
Interesting. So you've been watching RatchetTV.
I mean, you just said it when I first came on here, and I was like, "Dang, that's crazy." I ain't, seen DJ Pat in a while, but I didn't know that they were attached at all.
Interesting. So, Junior. Now, who's with Junior at this time? Do you know anybody else in the situation that
Oh, I know all of them, and they all follow me on Instagram from EXO and fucking Hustle Overlook and the Goodfella promoters. Like I know all of them. Like they
So
all
you
know
know all
me.
of Mob Ties.
They
So
all
you
know
know all
me.
of Mob Ties.
I know Mike. I know Junior, and I know Jazz.
How do you know Jazz?
Jazz, he's rap a lot. Any event that he went to, 9 times out of 10, I was there. You know what I'm saying? The Jazz doesn't act like Junior though. Jazz is very chill and like to himself. He's not loud and obnoxious like how Junior is.
Okay. You know a senior?
So I've only been around Senior like once. I do not know him.
When were you around senior?
Um, it was actually like a this was before anything happened with Junior. This is when I had only known Mike, and I actually seen Senior one day, and I was like, "You look super familiar," and I was still very new to Houston at this point. I'm like, "You know Mike, like Mike Prince," and he was like, "That's my little brother," and I was like, and at this point, I didn't know who Mike Senior. I didn't know that much about rap a lot. So I was only around Senior like one time, and it was just because he looked like Mike, and I approached him. But we didn't have like that was it. It was just a high and by with us. So I've never really like had to be around him out in public or in private. I was only around Mike Prince and Junior. Like I've been around them two a lot. Me and Mike were good friends at one point.
Have you ever messed around with Mike?
I've never messed around with either one of them.
Nobody in Mob Ties.
No.
Okay. Did Mike ever make a pass at you?
Mike gave me $200.
For what?
I think I needed it like for a bill or something.
Come on, let's
And
keep it a book. You went
I
to
think
Mike.
I needed it. I
No, no,
think I
no.
needed it.
You went to Mike and you asked him for some money.
Probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did ask him for some money. And I remember meeting up with
So
him.
was Mike like a trick out there or something? How did you know to go ask Mike for some money?
Mike had money. I
But
mean,
how did you know that? How did you know that?
I don't even think it was of a situation that I knew. I think it was just a situation of me asking for some money. To be honest,
So
I
you
don't.
just randomly just said, you know what, I'm
We
just
were
gonna.
cool. We were friends. I met Mike first before
So
I
if
met anybody.
okay,
And
so
me
if
and
you were
Mike were
friends with
friends for
Mike, then
like
you knew he had money because you was around him.
no, I knew he had money, but I didn't know that he would give it to me. You know, this was like our one and only time of having a transfer.
Okay,
And
so
we
what
were
happened?
friends. We were friends. Like I
So
went to
before
the
this,
Rap a Lot
he's never
studios
made
with
a
him.
pass at you. He's never made a pass at you ever at this point.
His wife's name is Teresa. Me and his
That
wife have the same name. And I remember him telling me that, you know, he liked me because me and his wife had the same name. But we were friends. I knew he had a wife. He knew I didn't want to be his girlfriend. We were cool. Like, you know, we would meet
so
up, we would
did
talk.
he ever make like? Did he ever try to say he wanted to fuck with you? Like,
No, he never tried to cuff me or make me his girlfriend or take me
no,
on a
no, no,
date.
no, 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 no. Did he ever try to fuck you?
No.
Okay. So you go to him and ask him for $200, and at that point he hands you the $200.
I told him I was like, I think I was like $200 short for something. And I asked him if I got $200. And he was like, yeah, you can come get it. And I pulled up on him. We met up. He gave me the money and I left.
And he doesn't
And
say anything to you about this. He just gives you the money and doesn't say a word.
we got into it like a
Come
couple
on.
months later
So,
because he wanted the $200 back.
but what did he expect for that $200 that night?
Oh, he didn't expect anything from me that night. We were genuinely cool. I wasn't the type of female that if I'm asking you for something, it's because I genuinely need it. I'm the type of person who's gonna figure it the fuck out. So me asking him, I think he knew that because we were cool for so long that I never asked him for anything. You know, I was
So
just
then
around.
why would he want it back?
I
If
had
it
to
was
ask him.
no. Well, he hits you up and says what?
We actually got into like a whole argument because he said something. What did he say? He was like, he basically did try to insinuate like he gave me $200, so I owed him. And I was like, I would just give you the $200 back. Like, I don't know what you are expecting or what you think I'm supposed to do, or if you think I just owe you like my life now because you gave me $200. But no, I would just give you the $200 back. Like, I will bring you the $200 now. And it got to the point to where he was like, I don't even want the $200. Keep the $200. And we just kind of just fell off. We were still like, we could be around each other, but our friendship that we had, it was ruined behind that $200. Definitely.
Okay, so why would you, if he gave it to you because he thought you were in need, why would it get ruined behind it?
That's something you would have to ask him. Maybe because
Sounds like something you're not sharing with me.
there has never been anything that happened between me and Mike. Not a
But
kiss,
it
not a
sounds like
hug, not a date.
he was expecting something.
I mean, I think that, to be honest, what I think is that after he gave me the $200, I think that he felt like after that, I don't know. I don't want to put thoughts or words in this man's mouth because he never said anything to me, but it was kind of like, it kind of felt like I owed him way more than $200 the way he tried to like make it out to be. Like, he tried to shame me for it, like made it seem like, oh, I got all this money, you needed me for $200. And it's like, yeah, I did need the $200, but that don't mean that I owe you my fucking life.
But what was he
I've
saying to
always,
you to make you feel like he owed you owed
we
him your
got
life?
into a whole argument. Like, he tried to make it seem like I was just another broke bitch and I wasn't gonna ever be shit, and it was just like, you needed me. I didn't need you, you needed me. And that was the way that he carried the situation. And it was just like, whatever. Like, I'll give you the $200. He didn't want the $200 back. It was just like, fuck you. And it is what it is. And I think that's what it was. It was just like, it is what it is. We had a mutual friend from jump. And this mutual friend is still my friend today and probably still his friend today. So it was like, it was fucked up because I genuinely thought he was my friend. Like, I genuinely thought we were cool. But as soon as I asked him for something, I think it was like no more of a friendship. Like, I think at that point he did want to fuck. I think at that point he did feel like he was on some pussy. But I wasn't going to give it to him.
So what led you to call Jay Prince Jr. To say he takes it from women? What you said that he was a known for this? Where's you getting this information from?
I seen this Houston page on Twitter like 4 or 5 months ago, and they was making a tweet about the Rap-A-Lot, the Prince family, and I quoted the tweet, and I was like, Junior is a rapist and he be kidnapping bitches. And it got buku fucking retweets and shit like that. And so a couple pages, 2 different pages came and found me, and they was asking me if I was a victim, and I was like, I wasn't raped by him, but I was held hostage for a few hours. And one of the pages was like a page dedicated to women who were actually abused by this man. And I remember going through the page, and I remember seeing all the different stories, and I was just like, and it was weird because my boyfriend now, my husband now, I told him about me and Junior. I told him what happened to me with Junior when we got back together 5 years ago. And I was like, I don't really fuck with Junior, you know what I'm saying? I'll deal with him at work, but outside of that, I don't really fuck with him. I do music. And we was still in Houston at the time. And I was like, I want you to do your music, but I don't want you to fuck with them Rap-A-Lot niggas. Like, I don't want you to sign your name to no type of paperwork with them. And he was like, why? And I told him why. And it was crazy because when all these stories start coming out and I'm reading these stories and my story had a lot of similarities. And I know my boyfriend, his mind was like, damn, like, that's crazy, because if he had any doubt about anything that I was telling him, all these new stories that he was reading didn't do anything but confirm what I had already told him. And I think that was kind of like a mind thing for him. And I remember him telling me not to speak on it, like, in a sense, to like protect myself. He was like, don't even say, like, he was trying to get me to delete the tweet that I had put, and I'm like, no, like, I've been quiet for all these years, and now I'm looking at this shit and I see all these different girls that's going through this shit. Then I find out that he was convicted of rape and had the paperwork sealed. Then
So
I found
who
out.
told you this? Who told you this? That part right
So
there.
Whack 100 is the one who actually found the paperwork,
So
and
so
that
he
was sent to me.
so he wasn't in the feds.
So from my understanding, I don't really know too much about it. Only thing I know is that Junior was convicted of rape, and his dad paid to have the records sealed. Then I did hear another story about something about some bricks. I guess that he got caught with all these bricks, but he didn't have to do no time. But I mean, I don't really know too much about that. I didn't really know anything. Like I said, I never heard of Rap-A-Lot being attached to drugs. Does it surprise me? No, but it was never said to me, if that makes sense. So it was just
Someone
like,
told you that they caught Jay Prince Jr. with some bricks.
yeah. So I seen that, like, it was like a website or whatever, and that Senior had got caught with like buku bricks and he didn't have to do any time. But this wasn't anything that I knew about until recently. I didn't know
Oh, okay, I know what
anything
you're
about
talking
that. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I never knew Rap-A-Lot attached to drugs. Like, I knew Rap-A-Lot attached to music. When the celebrities and shit come to Houston, they be with Rap-A-Lot. I have so many videos of concerts that I have been on stage for because of the people that I knew, to where I'm on stage with people like Lil Kim and fucking Lil Durk and all these people. I'm on stage with them because I know all these promoters. I know all these people. So, but I also know that every time a celebrity is in Houston, it's Rap-A-Lot that's on stage with them. And so I knew Rap-A-Lot to be attached to music, and that was it. It was nothing other than that that I heard about until recently. I'm hearing about the drugs. I didn't know anything about that.
Hmm. So you've never heard nothing like that. Still to this day.
Still to this day. But then again, I don't be in people's business either. Like, I went through what I went through a long ass time ago. So I really didn't even give a fuck. Like, I really didn't even care what the fuck they was doing. I just had to protect myself. And that's all it was for me. You know, I didn't been through some
So
shit.
so what made you speak out after that interview that they did? Because you spoke out. I noticed you spoke out after the interview.
It pissed me off. Like, I feel like first of all, I just had some opinions, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very opinionated person. I felt like, Senior was wrong as fuck to come at Offset like that. You know, my husband, his brother died a couple years ago, and when his brother died, him and his fucking brother were at odds. But that shit took a major toll on my husband losing his brother, and they grew up together like Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. And so that, like, it triggered me because it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't speak on their relationship. Even if they wasn't cool, they grew up together. They loved each other. They was brothers. So don't speak on that. That was one. And then two, it was like, you're threatening this man, but your son is out here raping, drugging, and kidnapping bitches. It triggered me. Like, it really triggered me. And I had already seen so many stories at this point to where it was like, fuck the silence. You have to understand, me going public, me speaking on it, and I have all these people that are fucking with Mob Ties, that are with Mob Ties on a daily, and they're watching my story. They're seeing these things that I'm saying, like, and it's like, fuck it. Too many people in Houston that know me, and it's like, I didn't want that attention on me. I didn't want to be known as a victim. I didn't want to be attached to them at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the main thing that kept me silent, is I didn't want the sympathy. I didn't want nobody to feel bad for me, and I didn't want to be known as a victim. Those were like the main three things that stopped me from ever saying anything. But now it's like, I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor. And me shedding light is not going to do anything but protect women in the future. You know, I heard the most latest event or a situation that I've heard about was from April 2022. And in that situation, it was said that he actually drugged the girl. and took advantage of her. So, you know what I'm saying? If you actually go on Twitter and search hashtag surviving J Prince Jr., you will see all of the stories, all of them. The stories that my story, the stories that were posted after me. I think it's stories before my story. Like, it's a lot of women, it's a lot of girls that are being, it's like videos. It's videos of him stopping a girl from leaving, telling her she can't go nowhere, showing the money. It's another story about a girl where her friend, they did go out to meet Junior. They actually agreed to go out there and hang out with Junior. And one of the girls ended up stuck with him and couldn't escape and couldn't get away from him. Like, just for me, it's just about awareness. And I know that it's not about people believing me or knowing what I went through. Like, I don't even give a fuck. I haven't told nobody this is my first time ever even really just speaking out about what it is that I went through. I don't feel like I really went through anything. I feel like it was very minimal with me. I feel like God blessed me. I feel like I was protected. I feel like I didn't have to go through what other women have went through. I feel like it was worse for a lot more women than it was with me. But I do know that it's women today, it's women tonight. He might be in the fucking strip club tonight and just see a bitch that he feel like he want to take home and have his fucking way with. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just about awareness. For me, it's just about giving women the opportunity to protect themselves and not put themselves in a situation to where they can wake up and they're questioning or blaming themselves because of the shit that he do and say. Like, Junior's arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And he takes what he wants.
So you know for a fact, besides outside of the what he's been convicted for, do you know any stories of women that he's took advantage of?
I know plenty of stories. I've been told plenty of stories over the last couple of months. Too many stories. That's why I said if you go and you search surviving J Prince Jr., you'll see him. If you go on Google and search J Prince Jr. rapist, I think it's a website called Lipstick Valley. Even if you go on Reddit, like if you go on Twitter and search surviving J Prince Jr., you're gonna see comments on Reddit. You're gonna see comments on Twitter. You're gonna see comments on Instagram. You're gonna see all these people that are calling this man a rapist. You're gonna see so many comments of people saying, "Oh yeah, he'll take it." You know what I'm saying? You'll see people in their stories, their individual stories, and what they've actually went through individually. Like a lot of women are speaking up right now. I know that they're trying to get together a few women so that way they could file a civil lawsuit. Because I don't think there's any statute of limitations when it comes to rape. So I know that like 4 or 5 girls are in communication right now trying to file a civil lawsuit against him.
So there is a thing of women that are going to try to get J Prince Jr. prosecuted for rape.
Yes.
And you know this for a fact.
I know this for a fact.
And are these strippers, like girls in the nightlife in Houston?
So first and foremost, Junior don't really like no dark skinned bitches. Like, you know, he like bitches my color and lighter. So the Mexican bitches, the foreign bitches, like, you know what I'm saying? One of the girls that I talked to, she was in Houston visiting. She's from fucking London. And she wants to do an interview, but she wants to be anonymous. You know, she doesn't want her face out there because it's fear. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? If I was in Houston right now, I probably still would be in fear because I was in the nightlife. You know, I had to be around him. And I think a lot of people are not taking that into consideration. It's like, yeah, he did what he did to me, but I have to be around him in this city. This is how I make my money. I make my money in the same place he likes to chill and get drunk. And I don't want that attention. I don't want that animosity. I don't want to take on the whole fucking Rap-A-Lot gang because they are mob ties. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not in Houston anymore. You know, I haven't been in Houston since 2019. So it's like this whole takeoff situation, it was just like I just couldn't be quiet no more. Like I just had to say shut the fuck up. And it's a lot of people in Houston that know me. And I know it's a lot of people that's looking at me like, damn, what the fuck? Like, you know, but oh well. Like, feel how y'all want to feel about me. It's too many women. It's too many girls. It's young strippers. It's bitches that just turned 18 today that is on their way to the strip club because they know that's where the fuck the bag is at, the easy bag. And it's just too. It's the
So
environment.
where did you get the he drugs women?
So that's this new girl. Her name is Chef D. She was raped by Junior. She said her story. Allegedly she was raped by Junior. She put her story out on social media. She did a TikTok. Yeah, it's stories on TikTok too. She did a story on TikTok basically saying how he drugged her. He gave her a drink. I've seen stories where they're saying like he's putting something in the bottles and he's making girls take shot at the shot at the shot, like he's forcing them to take shots and he's getting them fucked up to where they falling over and he's just taking them home.
And do you want to see him prosecuted?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like something needs to happen. Something like he needs. I'm a psychology major. I'm in school, for psychology. Something needs to happen. I feel like mentally he fucked up. And I blame his daddy. And I didn't start blaming his daddy until this takeoff shit. Like that interview. Because I don't know. I guess because Jazz is so cool and chill, I just blamed it on Junior, just Junior being Junior. But the interview kind of made me judge Senior for how Junior is, if that makes sense. Because I'm just like, the way you talk and your opinions and the shit that you saying, that's probably why Junior is the way he is and why he feels so entitled and why he moved the way he moved. And it's because of you. He got convicted of rape. You had the fucking record sealed. You know what I'm saying? Then this fucking shit happens with fucking Takeoff and you on here, you running your mouth and you threatening Offset and you doing a lot of talking and it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like that triggered me. Like it just triggered me. And I just felt like I'm not about to sit back no more. Like it's a lot of females that are scared to speak up. It's a lot of females that have spoken up here recently, but they're doing it anonymously. And I'm not finna be anonymous because at the end of the day, he didn't do me nothing. He tried, but he didn't. I was protected. God gave me the mind to figure the shit the fuck out and get the fuck away from it. But not every female is as strong as me, and not every female is gonna think like how I think. So it's just like for me, yeah.
Do you think from what you do know from him, you think that's somebody that could be capable of murder or something like that?
Junior himself, no. But the niggas that run for him, yes.
Do you think that he could put that play together? Because
absolutely.
Have you ever heard of any instances where he got people hurt or anything?
I've heard of how the niggas that run for rap a lot got bodies. Absolutely.
You know Lil Cam?
Nope, I don't know him.
Chris?
Don't know him either.
You ever been to the Fifth Ward?
I've been to the Fifth Ward. You know what I'm saying? I've been out there a couple times. I know a lot of the Fifth Ward niggas. I know Fifth Ward JP that raps with Mob Ties. I know DJ EXO.
Big Bad Wolf?
No.
Okay. But you been out. Who was you out in the Fifth Ward with? Who took you to the Fifth Ward?
A guy. He's actually incarcerated right now.
Was he Mob Ties?
But he knew Mob Ties. Like he knew him, but I don't really think he was affiliated with him, like in a official position. No. The niggas that I know that are Mob Ties are the niggas that are in the spotlight. Like as far as they runners and they shooters, I don't know them. The only runner shooter that I knew was Big E. That was it.
Where's he
was to be honest, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't even know if he's still like running with them. I'm pretty sure he is. You know what I'm saying? He was in the strip club every night, but that was the only one that I knew as far as their runners. The niggas that I know from Mob Ties were like the face of Mob Ties, like the rappers and shit like that.
So what did you hear in the streets after this Takeoff situation happened? What did you hear happen?
I heard that it was a dice game gone bad. I don't know if it was an argument with Junior and Quavo or Mike and Quavo. I don't know which one of them were arguing with Quavo. And then one of Junior's shooters pulled out his gun and started shooting. But from my understanding, he got the green light to do that.
From Junior. And do you know any of the girls who were there?
I don't know any of the females that were there. No.
You know a guy who was there or two?
I don't know anyone that was there other than Junior and Mike. But then again, I'm not in Houston, so I don't even know where it was at. I don't even know. Like I heard it was like at a bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? It could have been 300. I don't know. But the only people that I know that were there that I know that I saw was Junior and Mike. But
DJ
you know, it's a dice game. It's a dice game though. So you know what I'm saying? They all could have been there, like all of them, like all the rappers, Junior, Mike, like they all could have been there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You didn't hear about nobody else being in the city that night? So you just heard it was a dice game going bad, and Junior gave the green light, and shit went up.
And shit went up.
And you said you heard one of his shooters pulled out his gun and started shooting. And did they get the right shooter? From your knowledge, to your knowledge?
I don't think so. I think it's just one of them situations where he just had to take one for the team. I don't think that they got the right person. But I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? That could be the right person. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, yeah, they made the decision to shoot the gun, but I do know that they got permission to do that. One thing about mob ties, them niggas, them shooters, they not busting a move without permission. Say, boss, let me get that nigga. Like, that has to happen.
And if not, what?
Nothing's gonna happen.
So that order can only come from Jay Prince. Jr.
That order can only come from the family, the princes, the people that have Prince in their name.
You think Mike Prince could be capable of something like that?
I don't know, because Mike is such a sweetheart. Like, yeah, he got an attitude problem. Yeah, we fell out. But before any of that happened, like, that was really my dog. Like, that was really my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he don't really carry himself like that. You know what I'm saying? The only one that carries themselves like that is Junior. The only one who walks around Houston arrogant, like they own the whole entire fucking city, is Junior. You know what I'm saying? Mike is very down to earth. Jazz is very down to fucking earth. So it's like the only person that I could see even being drunk enough or stupid enough or arrogant enough to do that or to make that call is Junior.
So you think Junior made that call? Interesting. And you have not heard from no one from Mob Ties since when?
I talked to a couple of the guys from Mob Ties.
Oh, you do still talk to some people from Mob Ties?
Often. I have homeboys that are a part of Mob Ties that are doing really great right now, you know, with their music and their businesses.
Who is your homeboys?
Shout out to DJ EXO, you know. EXO think he all day. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck 'em. That's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to EXO. I've been knowing him for years, and to see him and his music and his producing talents to be shined, you know, a light shined on him, like, congrats to him. Hustle over luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out here traveling the world, going overseas. You know what I'm saying? With his Mob Tie chains on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a few of them. And I'm still cool with a few of them.
If you cool with Mob Ties, why would you want to see, or why are you trying to get one of their head members incarcerated?
Because raping bitches and taking pussy is not okay. I just feel like that's
I
just
agree.
something that can't be looked over. You know what I'm saying? Like it that street beef shit, like that murder shit, that drug shit, like that street shit. You feel me? I can't speak on that. That street shit. That's what happened in the streets every fucking day. Cool. Like you want to live that life, you want to live that life. I can't judge you. But when it comes to taking pussy, when it comes to raping bitches and drugging bitches, like that's not okay. At that point, there's a mental problem. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that it all stems from him being a junior, him being around money his whole life. I feel like he's entitled, and I feel like he's arrogant, and I feel like that has made him who he is. And I feel like he needs help. And I feel like the only way he'll get help is if he has to face the fact of what he's doing to women isn't right. You know, without accountability, you can't have change. Now, do I think he'll change? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's possible for everybody.
So if you could talk to Jay Prince Jr. right now, what would you say to him?
Stop taking pussy. And that's it. If the bitch don't want to go home with you, don't make her go home with you. If that bitch do go home with you when she ready to leave, let her leave. Like, you don't have to take pussy. Like, that's some lame ass shit. And you gotta understand that a lot of rape victims, a lot of girls who go through shit like that, they blame themselves. They don't really blame the abuser or the attacker. They blame themselves for even allowing themselves to even fall in a situation like that. Like, I remember after that second incident that I had went through, I remember being mad at myself. I remember being mad at myself for even going anywhere by myself, even though I knew I was meeting people. I don't go nowhere by myself no more. Like, I always have at least one other person with me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were things that I had to go through, and I was also in a relationship. It just wasn't a good look for me, and I knew it wasn't a good look for me, and I didn't want that. I didn't want that type of attention on me. And I feel like now I don't really care. Now I feel like you don't have to believe me. You can believe me. It doesn't really matter. My main goal is just to bring awareness to other women. It's a lot of girls in Houston. It's a lot of strippers in Houston. The culture in Houston is the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? It's the second best nightlife in America underneath Vegas and Atlanta. Or they like neck and neck with Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So just for me, it's all about bringing awareness. I don't really think I would have too much to say to Junior. I do think that low key, I probably would still be a little in fear of him.
What are you in fear for?
Because he has some people in Houston that are ready to die for him.
How do you know that?
Because he had a random ass man walk me outside just because he told him to.
So, do you still go to Houston?
I'm gonna be out there in a few weeks. My son is out there, so I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know if my videos have been sent to him. I don't know if he's aware of me and the things that I've been saying. Has it crossed my mind? Yes. You know what I'm saying? I see he got his comments turned off. I'm pretty sure he has seen the video because, the video has like over 100 shares. So I'm pretty sure people are sending it to him. He hasn't approached me. He hasn't said anything. And I mean, but what can he say? I think it's more of a situation. If anything, I'm being watched, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So it's like, if I do go to Houston, I do have to be aware of my surroundings like 10 times more now. But I knew that. I knew that when I decided to do this interview. I knew that my son was in Houston. I knew that I was going to be in Houston. I knew that, I plan on trying to get my dispensary in other locations all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So I miss Houston. I want to come back to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let him ruin that, but it's definitely been on my mind. Like, I got to protect myself.
So, where are you located?
Right now I'm in Oklahoma.
Okay. I thought you were somewhere else.
I'm in Oklahoma.
Hmm.
My hometown, where I'm from. I came back home for my dispensary and to further my college education.
But you plan on going back to Houston?
Yeah, I mean, I have to come to Houston. I'm out there all the time. I was just out there for Thanksgiving, coming again for spring break. Houston is like my second home. I
But
lived there
I'm saying,
from.
you plan on moving back to Houston?
I want to. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was.
So you want to move back to the place where you know they run the city?
That's what I'm saying. Like now it's different. Like now it's like I don't even know if that'll be a good idea. Like I want to, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know. I have other options. I don't have to go back to Houston, but my son, is out there. So it's like, and my Lord forbid, I don't want to speak too much on him, but he has to be in Houston. My son has to be in Houston. I can't uproot him and move him around. So it's like I got to figure out something.
He can't be with you in Oklahoma?
Well, the thing is, my son is disabled, and he has a really good, really, 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 really good team of doctors that he's had since he was born. Neurologists and neurosurgeons and occupational that he's had his whole life. So it's like before I bring him anywhere, I have to find an entire team of doctors that I feel like are gonna uphold or do the same as his doctors that he has now.
Gotcha.
I left Houston because I caught a case.
What kind of case?
A fraud case, I should say. We just say it's a fraud case.
So you was out there finessing.
Yeah, I really caught the case on some stupid shit. I really caught the case behind doing something for somebody else, but it was ultimately my decision. I said yes to do it, and I ended up having to sit down for a little bit. So that's what made me leave Houston. It wasn't nothing that I went through with them. Like I put what I went through at peace. Like this ain't.
So did you ever work for them in any kind of way?
Never worked for them.
But you know people who work for them.
I know people who work with them.
They signed their contract. They work for them.
Yeah. I know people who are signed to Mobties. Absolutely. But you have to understand though, when it comes to the nightlife, when it comes to the industry, when it comes to that circle, the entertainment business, like it's very, very small. Like, and I think a lot of people don't realize how small it actually is. Before I lost all my social medias, when I still had when I had my 40,000 followers on Instagram and 10,000 on Twitter and 20,000 on Snap, even though I had all these people who like were fans of me and they fucked with me, when it came to the people that I actually knew, we all knew each other. Like it's so close knit. Like it's not big at all. Like if you're in the nightlife and if you somebody that people know, everybody know you and you know everybody. So it's like it's not that easy to just speak up on some shit. It's not that easy to just like defend yourself or stand up for yourself, especially when you in a city that you're not even from. And these people done been here and they done had these relationships and they done had these ties for forever. And you just walking in on the situation. And that's kind of what it was for me. I was new to Houston. You know what I'm saying? That's not my stepping stone, whereas that's their stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that they got the police in their pocket. That if you stand up against one of them, you got to stand up against all of them. I know that me doing this, doing this interview is not going to do anything but have all of them looking at me. But I've accepted that. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I didn't want that. At one point, it was like, fuck that. I don't want that. But now it's like, oh, well, whatever. Like, I'll deal with it. If something happens to me, then something fucking happens to me. I'm going to pray that, you know, I'm protected. And it is what it is. I didn't say anything for years. I could have been, you know what I'm saying, not gave a fuck, but it was fear. And I can admit that. Like, it was fear. Fear led my decisions when it came to how I dealt with the Rap-A-Lot family, the Rap-A-Lot franchise.
So if you go back to Houston, what do you plan on doing? I think somebody might have called her damn phone. But people probably hitting her ass up right now. Like, what girl? What girl? Girl? Cookieanaaa. I'm gonna see if she come back on. I'm not sure what it is, but it's loose. There we go. We got you back. I can't hear you. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. You got your mic on mute. Hold on, gang. Unmute your mic. Oh shit. I don't know what the hell she did. She's still backstage, but it says her device is not connected. Connect your device and call back in. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, gang. She's still backstage, but her device ain't connected. So I'm gonna drop her down. I'm gonna tell her to call back in. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah. Man. Surviving J Prince Jr. got a little wild. I might just have to retitle this damn live just to Surviving J Prince Jr. There's a lot of damn gems on this maniac. This dude is a maniac, allegedly. Shit. I'm gonna see if she called back in. There she go. All right, there we go. You got an echo now.
Oh, hold on. Let me take this off.
All right. I still hear echo. Now I can't hear you. What the hell? Say something. I hear myself echoing. No, now I'm not echoing. Now talk. Ooh, child. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Cookie?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so the question was, if I go back to Houston, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, when I go to Houston for spring break, I'm gonna do
No. You said you're gonna move. You said you're gonna move back to Houston. What are you gonna do?
I said before this happened, I was thinking about moving back to Houston.
So what would you do? Like, what are you gonna do for work out there?
Oh, well, as far as me, like I do a lot of things. Like I make money. You know what I'm saying? So it's not.
So you're gonna go back to the nightlife?
I'm not moving out there. No, I'm not going back to the nightlife. That's never gonna be me. You know, not in Houston at least. Nah. Mm-mm. I'll go out and enjoy the nightlife, but I probably wouldn't go to, like, I don't know. I didn't really, I don't really be thinking about it because I'm older now and I don't really go outside like that anyways anymore. I spent my 20s in one of the littest cities in America. I spent my 20s in Houston in the nightlife. So it's kind of like I don't really have a craving for that type of situation anymore. Like, so I didn't really, I haven't even really thought about that.
So are you going when these girls do go testify against Junior? Are you gonna also put a statement out, and are you gonna testify against J Prince Jr.?
If that opportunity is given to me, I absolutely will put my hand on the Bible and testify.
And so you will go to court and testify against J Prince Jr. if need be.
If need be, when it comes to protecting women, absolutely. I'm not trying to be a part of no civil lawsuit. I'm not trying to sue this man. I'm not trying to sue him for emotional damage, like none of that shit, because he really ain't do me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get to do me anything. But if it needs to be testified on who he is and how he handles himself, absolutely.
Okay. So what about your friends that work for him?
They see me. They watching my story every day.
So they haven't told you nothing about what you're saying about J Prince Jr.
Nobody has said anything to me.
You know, after tonight, they definitely probably will.
I mean, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I feel like the people that I know in mob ties, the people that I'm cool with, people I didn't shout out, like, my problem is not towards y'all. Y'all haven't done me anything. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely still fuck with a few of them, and I still want to see them do big things, great things. At the end of the day, these people got families to feed. They not out here taking bitches and taking pussy and shit. It's only one person that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, to them, it's like, I understand it's mob ties. It's a family. Y'all gotta stand together, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's about to shut me up. I was quiet for years. I'm not shutting up now. I'm gonna say what I want.
So, do you think this is a good idea for you to do this?
I'm definitely having an internal battle with myself. Part of me feels like I shouldn't do it. A part of me feels like it's unsafe for me to do it. But another part of me is like, with great risk comes great rewards. And in this situation, I'm just hoping that the reward is that he is prosecuted, or that women open their eyes and they stay away from him. And that's it. And that's all I can hope for. I'm not wishing death on nobody. I'm not saying nobody needs to be killed or, nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And that's it. And I if I'm going to stand up for anything, I want to stand up for something that's going to make a difference. And this is somebody who has a lot of power and moves how they want to in Houston. And I just want women to, again, protect themselves. Just to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even put yourself in that situation. Like, don't be fooled, like, by the money and the glitz and the glamour and the VIP of the situation, because it's not worth it if somebody is taking your body from you.
So that's your end game here. Your end game was to get awareness on what's going on with J Prince Jr. and to get him prosecuted.
Listen, if he gets prosecuted, that's a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? But that's pushing it. He got them people in his pocket. So it's like, that's something that I don't even really see happening. But I know that they're talking about it. I know that they're getting together and they're trying to figure out what all they have to do. They've been in contact with a couple of lawyers or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I wish y'all the best with that. But my end game is literally only to bring awareness. That's it.
Okay. So, do you got any messages you want to get out?
Just do right. Live right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just big on living right. I know we all make mistakes. I know we all fall short, but we all know what's right and we all know what's wrong.
Now, would you want to talk to other people who want to come up and ask you some questions?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the time. I'm probably not going to do any more interviews after this. This is going to be one and done. So yeah, if y'all got questions, this will be the time to ask them.
All right, y'all know how to hit the link if y'all want to come chop it up with her, ask her a question. We definitely can get that done right now. Hold on, let me end that poll. All right, so I'm pretty sure some people gonna hit the link, and Ratchet Gang might get on your ass. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They might. There's gonna be
Okay.
some. It's gonna be some tough questions. They gonna
One
come in
thing
asking.
I've learned is you can't please everybody. I know everybody not gonna like me. I know everybody's not gonna believe me. I know that people gonna try to pick and pull at what I went through and my experience, but I have no reason to lie. There's nothing that I can gain from this. Literally nothing. This interview, I'm not being paid for this interview. I'm literally gaining nothing. Small exposure. I've had major exposure. I've been the video girl for a video that was on MTV Jam of the Week. Like, I've had a BGC casting tape that had the most views of out of any casting tape without even being on the show. Like, I know what come with attention, and that's not what I'm looking for. I just wanted to bring awareness, and that's it.
So you not current because a lot of people might think you a clout chaser. So this is not for any clout.
None at all. Like, I don't even feel necessary for my page to be on Instagram. People don't have to follow me. People don't have to do none of that. Like, I don't need that.
Sylvie, what's up? You got something playing in your background, Sylvie?
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me stop it.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's it.
Go ahead.
Hello, I don't know your name.
Cookie.
Cookie. And Ratchet, you have to forgive me because I don't know how to play those games. Please forgive me. And
Okay.
I'm asking the chat to forgive me too, because when I have an accent like this, people judge me by the accent, and some people judge me because they think I'm rude. I have been with my husband 15 years, and in the beginning, he was saying how very rude I was. But right now, he's not talking. He's just looking at me.
Okay. Go ahead, Sylvie.
Okay. In
Yes.
the in the beginning, I wanted to believe you because there's some story I don't want people to know about me, and I felt sorry and I cried. And after that, I start to see the manipulation and games. What's going
Okay.
on?
What part do you feel like was manipulation?
The part like I feel like it's manipulation because I come to a family who is like my mom and dad, the same mother, same father with 10. And they are very successful and this and this. Those are lawyers, those are this and this and this, and have learned a lot of stuff. And I'm saying like this, the part I feel like is manipulative is like, why you coming in here and showing like you saying, oh, I never see them in drugs. I never see them in this. At the same time, you crush them like they send you like, go say this. When you
So,
say this, no, can I finish? I didn't finish. Yes, I'm gonna let you talk. So
okay.
when you finish, they're gonna say in a court like it's like the friend. To me, it feel like the friend's family are scared of something where it's not what you say about Junior at the end, is what you say. I didn't see this. I didn't see that. Even the girl who was crushing them say she didn't. They did not feel like a drug. They did not feel like anything. What's up with you? Because you're not from Africa. Because I know how African roll. What's
Okay.
going on with you?
Okay. So maybe because I wasn't educated or aware of their involvement with the drugs. I genuinely wasn't. I'd never even heard the stories. When I was brought around rap a lot, I was brought around them in a sense of these are the plugs, like with music. These are the plugs with like the celebrities, and I was a video girl. I wasn't out there selling drugs, so there was never any reason for me to be around that or know about that. When I first met them, I met Mike at a studio, at the Rap a Lot Studios. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about music. So I didn't know about them with drugs. I didn't find out about them with drugs until recently. I
Oh,
mean, common sense. You know what I'm saying? Me putting my like me Okay, yeah, they're this huge empire. Like, I'm pretty sure they probably was slanging drugs back in the day, but that was never anything that I heard or was told. Those were things that I assumed on my own, so I can't really speak on it. You know what I'm saying? My only issue that I have is not. I don't have an issue with the drugs. Like, that's their business. Again, I didn't been a real
Okay.
Hold on, we can't hear you no more. We can't hear you no more. We can't hear you. Hey, we
Oh,
can't hear you.
she don't need to run.
Hold on, hold on. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
She did it in purpose.
Hold on. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Ratchet.
I can't hear you.
Ratchet.
Hold on 1 second, Sylvia. I'm trying to tell her I can't hear it. But call back in.
Okay. I'm
No,
gonna tell you.
not you, Sylvia. Okay. She'll call back in.
Can I talk to you, Ratchet?
Go ahead. I'm gonna get her to call back in.
I know you. You have a good heart. You want to help people, and you stand to try. You think like you are from here, Ratchet. The good part of me is I'm not from here. I have the experience coming from outside, and I have been here for 21 years, and I know how all those stuff work, and I have learned a lot. And I'm saying to you this: that girl, she gonna come and cry like right.
Hey, you got to echo again. You got to fix the echo.
Okay, she come back.
Yeah, I told you she'll be back.
I'm back.
There she go.
Okay, girl. Yeah, I feel like you're beautiful. You have all that nice body. You just like the knockout, and they choose the girl everybody gonna look and like, and especially the men, not the girls, because in my country, I'm not against people who like girl and men to men. I'm not against, but I'm just saying for my country.
I'm very gay. The girls love me.
Yeah, and I love you too, but I'm not gay. But I'm saying this. I feel like you know how the court work. I'm just saying this with the experience, my family, and this. When they go to court, they're gonna say that guy who was crashing Prince Junior. He didn't say like
Sylvia.
they don't have this.
All right, Sylvia, I gotta we got a whole bunch of people in here, so I gotta get other people in here, Sylvia. But
okay,
I appreciate you, Sylvia.
Okay, well, see how she's saying bye to me. She's fake, and I don't believe anything you say. You're a liar.
Okay. You are entitled to your
Your
opinion,
business
baby.
gonna work with this.
Refuse. What's good? Refuse. How you doing? Go ahead. Hold on. Refuse. Go ahead.
Hey, Ratchet Gang, what's going on?
What's going on? Go ahead.
Hello, young lady.
Hi.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Are you still married?
Yes.
Okay, so you stated that you warned your husband about doing any business with Rap-A-Lot, right?
Yes.
But you still have telephone communication with Mobties.
No,
and in the same
I don't
sentence,
speak to
you
them.
said your son did.
So let me clarify, because I can see how you took that. I speak to them on Instagram only. I am very committed to my husband, love of my life. I met my husband in 8th grade. We were separated for 15 years. We've been together for 5 years. That is the love of my life. I would never do anything to hurt him. But I did have a life before he came into my life, and I did have friends, and I did know people in the industry before me and him got together. So yeah, I still follow some of my old friends, and my old friends still follow me. And they watch my stories, I watch their stories, I support them, they support me, but it never goes past that, and it never goes past social media.
Anything else?
I'm sorry that you took me wrong, but that definitely was going where I was going. The fact that you said that that
hold on, Mobties. Go ahead.
Dangerous and stuff like that. But you still put out there that your son is still in the city, and that kind of concerned me, because if you say that you are close to a few of them,
yeah, but I don't post my son on social media. If you go on my page, you don't see my son. I don't post my son. I don't post my baby daddy. Um, they don't know. I don't know who all he knows out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't hang around the same people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not posting my son for people to see him. You know, my son is disabled. My son is innocent. My son can't defend himself. My son can't even talk for himself. My son can't even walk. So, you know, I know my son is protected. You know, I don't have to worry about him growing up and being around any of that because he's still a baby in the mind. So I'm not in fear for my son's protection, I should say. You know, I don't show him. You know, it ain't too many people that know him or know what he looks like unless they know me. And that's a very sensitive topic for me, my son in general. So I keep that very close to me and I don't really post him like that, you know? So I'm not really concerned as far as that
All right.
goes. I don't see.
Okay.
All right.
You
Well,
got
that was
anything else?
just more of a concern thing for me. I was concerned.
Yo, yo,
Yeah.
yo.
You did mention
Go-
speak to.
refuse. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Yes.
Who the Yeti? You got to call back in. Your connection is horrible, Yeti. Give me a second. Refuse. Go ahead, Reese.
Hello,
Hi.
Cookie. So look, I was in the chat. I was reading the chat, and I was responding to a lot of stuff you were saying. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in no way victim shaming or trying to take away from whatever your truth is. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You was all over the place and kind of confusing us because we're trying to follow along with what happened. And in the beginning, I'm gonna say a few of us was under the impression that you was a victim. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm trying to clarify with you is, do you feel like you was a victim of some type of abuse, assault, or anything with Junior?
He did not. The only type of abuse that I dealt with was verbal abuse when he made the one comment to me that I was gonna have to suck or fuck for my phone back. You know, that's something that I'm not gonna ever forget. You know how it made me feel when he said it to me, and just how it made me feel about him as a person. But as far as, no, I was never raped. I was never taken advantage of. I was never physically assaulted by him at all. And I think that's why I'm able to even speak out about it, because I feel like the women who were actually assaulted from him are actually in way more fear than me.
Okay, next, your son. You do know they don't need to see pictures of your son or your baby daddy to find out who they are. The fact that you speaking against them, because these people is ready to just grind whoever up that's speaking their name. You know what I'm saying? And you are connected to them. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was coming at you in the comments because I didn't believe you. You know what I'm saying? You can understand from outside looking in. It's weird. And
Yeah.
people play with this platform a lot. They come up
Yeah.
here with stories and end up being ops. And I'm not saying that's what you is, but that's what it looks like
I
because
get
it
it.
don't
I
it
get
don't
it.
make sense.
I
You
feel like
know?
people should be cautious, you know, at all
Definitely it's a
times.
dangerous situation.
Yeah, I feel like be cautious, you know what I'm saying? But what I can say is there's going to be more stories and there's going to be a lot more things that are going to come to light that are going to topple anything that I've said in this interview, you know, because I feel like there are victims who have went through way worse at the hands of this man. So I feel like my situation with him is so small that it doesn't really put me in real danger, because I'm not saying that they did anything to me, because genuinely he didn't. He attempted to. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't know what would have happened to me if I would have went inside that strip club and not ran out that strip club. I don't know how that night could have turned out. I don't know where I would have ended up at. I don't know. And so it's like, for me, I was lucky, but not a lot of other girls are. So it's like, I get the concern, I get the worry, but I feel like that's kind of like the only thing that's in my favor is the fact that I wasn't raped, I wasn't drugged. You know what I'm saying? I
No.
wasn't taken to this disclosed place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the females that was, and I'm happy about that. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say this? And I ain't trying to cut you off. All right, it's either one or two things, and I'm not trying to be rude. You either rocking with them and throwing us off, or you are a bit naive. Because if you paying attention to what's going on with these people, they coming at people that
but nobody
grieving.
came at me.
No, listen. I'm saying abroad. They literally. I mean, the man openly threatens a family member of takeoff. Okay, and that man is grieving. Here you are, somebody who's been around the son and the cousin, and you know these people personally. Okay, and you're speaking out against them. You may not be saying they necessarily did something to you, but you're saying that he did stuff to other people, and you drop in names because these people already don't put it out there, right? I just want you, if you for real and you're not making up stuff and you're not bullshitting, I really hope you pay attention to your safety, your surroundings, and take this serious, because it's not a game. It's serious.
Absolutely. I've had people tell me, you know, even with the video that I posted that even brought me this attention, you know what I'm saying? People had comments about they wanted me to delete the video because of where I was at in the video. So I understand the concern and you know that people have for me in this situation, but you also have to understand me and my mindset. I didn't say anything about anything for years. And I knew when I made that video that a lot of the people that are around this man on a daily basis follow me. You know what I'm saying? So I clearly just was like, fuck it. And that was years of not saying anything that it boiled to a head. You know what I'm saying? Like it just came to a head, and I got triggered, and I just felt like it was too much. I felt like the interview that Senior did, I felt like it was too much. And so I decided to say my piece, and it is what it is, and I just have to take whatever comes with it. You know what I'm saying? I've always been one of them people that, you know, if I do something and it brings me something in return, then I'm just gonna take it with my head held high, and that's whatever it is. And only thing I could do is pray and ask for protection and ask for courage. I'm not gonna change who I am. My story's not gonna change because it's the truth. No matter who asks me, you know, even years from now, even when it happened, right after it happened, that my story then is the same story today, you know? So it's like, I'm not doing no wrong. I'm not doing no wrong by speaking out. I'm not doing no wrong by bringing awareness. I'm doing something that I feel like I should be covered. You know how you say if you move right, you'll be protected. I'm just having faith. I'm moving by faith right now, not by sight.
Okay, well, I'm
hold on, Reese.
I'm gonna pause.
All right, go ahead. Fucking Willard. My bad. I couldn't figure out your name. Willard. Go ahead.
Everybody's gonna go before me, I guess. Go ahead, Willard. It's crazy.
Willard, you're next after Willard, sir. But I'm doing everybody in order. Go ahead, Willard. Hold on, Willard. Let me unmute.
How about the drug?
Go ahead, Willard. Go ahead.
You claim you didn't know about the drugs, but yet, yes, you live outside Houston, but everybody and their mother has been knowing about this guy for years. I mean, no disrespect against you, but even the people that work at those clubs that, you know, gotta do that for a living, they know that stuff. So you can't really come on this podcast and expect people that, you know, I'm not saying they're around them, but yet they may know some of those people to honestly believe that, you know, hey, I go there not knowing that these guys are trying to allegedly do this stuff over and over and allegedly kill Takeoff. Bottom line, there's no way you could not have known that, because, I mean, like you said, you're friends with the son of J. Prince Sr., right? So you had to have known, beyond a shadow of doubt, that he was a monster. No way you could not have known that.
I did not know. I'm not from Houston. You feel me? When all this happened, I was new to Houston. I was just now getting in the nightlife. I was working my way through the nightlife. I was meeting people. I was being introduced to people.
But your mom never told you about these guys?
Never. I'm from a small town in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I didn't even know of Rap-A-Lot until I moved to Houston. I didn't even know that they existed until I moved to Houston. I had no idea what a rap-a-lot was until I moved to Houston. And when I moved to Houston and I was being introduced to these people, I was being introduced to them in a music limelight, not in a what they're doing in the streets limelight.
Okay, but one question though, in the music limelight, you didn't happen to see people say, "Wait a minute, okay, I need to get away from these people." You can't tell me you didn't notice that.
I didn't notice until I was put in a situation to have to notice. Nobody came and informed me, "Hey, Cookie, you don't need to fuck with them people in Rap-A-Lot. You don't need to fuck with them Rap-A-Lot niggas." Like that was never told to me. Nobody ever looked out for me in that sense.
Sometimes people don't have to tell you. You can notice immediately how they act. Like, wait a minute, these people are voodoo. I mean, bottom line, you don't need to be told sometimes. You just look around and you notice how they go from being normal, okay, cocky as ever.
These niggas, these Rap-A-Lot, Junior, Senior, Mike, they never sold any drugs around me. I never saw them sell any type of drugs. I never saw them, actually taking bitches and kidnapping bitches.
What happened in the Woodlands? What happened in the Woodlands?
Exactly.
So the situation in Woodlands happened after. I didn't find out about that until after I went through what I went through, and then I was informed about it. And that's how I didn't even know that they had a house in Woodlands.
What happened in the Woodlands?
Oh, so he had a girl out there. The girl stayed the night with him. The next day she was trying to leave. He wasn't trying to let her leave. She ended up leaving out of his house in her panties and bra, and she left.
So that
she
was
left
Asia.
all of her clothes and everything, and
that was Asia, correct?
Yes.
So is that the only girl from the Woodlands, or is there more?
That's the only girl that I know about, period, personally. So out of all the girls that he's done this to and all these other stories that I've heard, Asia is the only person that I knew personally. Like, I knew her. We had pictures together. We went to events together. We hung out all the time. Like, I knew her. And the only reason why I knew her was because of she was on a show that I was about to go on, and she was from Houston. So we ended up running into each other. But it's still, I never knew that Junior did that to her until after the situation happened with me. I mean, she wasn't just volunteering the information and telling people what happened to her. Pretty sure it was fear in her end too. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened that I went through something and somebody told me that she went through something similar. And when I reached out,
last night, you see that show last night where towards the end, Ratchet showed the whole entire video where she's on Facebook Live, and you can see how a woman that's cocky. I mean, she's a tough woman. The way everybody says it, she went, "Okay, I get the hell out of here." You can see how she was desperately trying to get out of there. So you can't say that, because if last night Ratchet clearly said that you're supposed to be the woman.
What video are you talking about? I'm confused.
What video are you talking about?
Last night there was a video of this woman that I think she used to be on hip hop or something like that.
That's the wrong girl. Son.
That's not her.
But she wasn't with Jay Prince's son. That's what I'm talking about last night. Whenever she was in the car with that.
That's not the same girl.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
I was like, I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Look at her. I'm not gonna come in her head disrespectfully, but I'm gonna say Mobties don't move like that. Junior
don't move like what?
That.
That's a lie.
Let me finish. All the legend, you knew. Everybody, you knew what was going down due to the fact you get screened in before you're around the Mobties. So
no, you don't. What are you talking about?
So you ain't got screened in. You never been screened in. They just lit you.
By
they just let you hang.
By who? You
so
have
you
to
just
understand.
hang.
I wish that I had my old page. I wish that I had, you know what I'm saying, like all of my magazine photos and all the shit that I did in Houston and accomplished in Houston. Like, everybody in Houston knew me, but they knew me not as Cookieanaaa. They knew me as Miss Cookie Monroe. I was somebody who came to Houston to chase a big ass dream. And when I went to Houston, my mind was focused on what the fuck I was trying to do. And only thing I was focused on was networking and meeting people and being around people and making sure people knew me and people saw me. So it was never a situation where I had to be screened. And then again, I also met Mike first. When I met Mike, maybe that was the screening, maybe that was the approval. But when I originally met Mike, I was brought to the Rap-A-Lot Studios on OST. And I was brought in there and I was introduced to Mike, and I was told, and that's how I know his wife's name is Teresa. That's how I know me and his wife have the same name. I wouldn't know these things if these weren't things that were told to me personally. I've never met Teresa a day in my life, but I know that his wife's name is Teresa. I know that me and Mike sat down at that table. I know me and Mike sat down in them chairs. I know that Mike knew me. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that was the
But let
screen.
me ask you one more thing. I'm gonna ask you one thing. Is it true or not that you've been contacting girls that previously been with Junior? You've been seeking them on your personal time, Facebook, Instagram, via Twitter?
No, I have not once went to anybody. Today was my first time, right hand to God. Today was my first time mentioning a bitch after she responded to a tweet, and I seen it because somebody responded to her tweet, and her tweet was, "He is a taker for sure." And I responded to the tweet and I said, "Are you a victim? Have you went through anything with him?" And that was it. I don't even know if she's responded yet because that was like earlier today. I ain't contacted nobody.
All right, look at Ratchet. I'm about to get my suitcase. You already know it's that time. Pack me up, big dog.
So you saying she should have been screened before she went into?
I'm saying she been screened already, and that's why I say a lot of the stuff that she brought up was cap. The fact that you been in Fifth Ward and don't know Lil Kim,
like, give me
I'm gonna tell you
that was
something.
kept.
You say you never met Lil Kim, never spoke with him on Twitter. I'm gonna tell you like
Who?
that. You say you been in the Fifth Ward, Lil Kim.
Who?
Lil Cam.
You talking about Joshua?
Lil Kim.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Lil Cam.
I don't know who that is.
You know who? You know if you was to see a picture of him, you know who Lil Cam, like you know who Lil Cam is though, right?
I don't know. I mean, show me a picture.
So you've never heard of Lil. You've never even since the Takeoff murder heard of a Lil Cam.
I don't know who that is.
She's capping.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm starting to think.
Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who he look like. I don't know who the fuck Lil Cam is. Like, who is that? Is he a rapper? Is he a bodyguard? Like,
I'm gonna show you. He's like Junior Shooter or something.
Okay, let me see.
Hold on, let me move this out the way. Oh no, that's Jay Prince. Hold on, here we go.
Joshua Jackson.
I've seen his picture. I've seen his picture, but I've never seen him like face to face. Like and if I have, I probably wasn't paying attention to him because I don't know him. I don't remember ever being around him or anything. But like I said, the people that are around Junior, I didn't know any of his shooters. I didn't know any of his runners. The only person that I knew was Big E. That was it. Other than that, I knew the rappers.
Well, who said he was a shooter though? Nobody said that.
He looked like he's a fucking shooter. Like he looked like he's a fucking runner. He looked young as fuck, and he looked like he do.
So what you're saying is So what you're saying is Jay Prince Jr. has young runners and shooters around him.
I mean, he looked like if y'all are attaching that person to Junior.
No, what I'm saying is that the type of people? Do you know that Jay Prince Jr. to have young kids around him that are shooters and runners?
I don't know who he got doing his running and his shooting.
So
I don't know.
You know he has shooters and runners.
I know he got people that do shit for him. Absolutely.
So have you heard they were
younger? Do I know if they're
older?
young or old? I don't know. I don't know the age group of them. I don't know how young they are. I don't know how old they are. But I know he got a lot of niggas that's ready to die about whatever for him. I do know that.
So you saw the picture, but you
real quick, man.
Yeah, I saw the picture of him, but I've never talked to him. I've never had a conversation with him. We ain't never had no type of communication whatsoever.
Go ahead.
Where you saw his picture?
Go ahead, Tay.
Hey, yo, look at say Cookie, can you hear me, man?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Yellow Boy. Go ahead.
What's going on? Hey, shout out, Ratchet, man. I ain't been on your show in a minute. Shout out, man. Good, you doing your thing.
Salute.
I ain't gonna be long. Say Cookie, how long was you in the city?
I moved out there December 2011, and I left February 2019.
Let me ask you something, and I mean this respectfully. You know that's a real family. You say you was close. I hear you naming these names, and I'm really personally close to as well. Miss Peace and Love. How long was you around Jay?
Junior?
That's what we're talking about.
I didn't really have like no real like close proximity with him until I started working at Karma Strip Club.
Okay.
When I was working at Karma Strip Club, I was seeing him every weekend, Thursday through Sunday.
Let me ask you this, okay? Now I know
That's a
real.
lot.
Listen, hold up, big dog. Hold up, let me chop it up. I know this family real person. They
Oh,
don't
my
brush
bad.
shoulders.
I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Finish what you were saying. My bad.
The people that they're around, they don't really brush shoulders with newcomers unless it's highs and buys. So I heard you name the Rap a Lot Studio. That's public information. So since you was around a family like that, you know about the clubhouse, right?
No, I wasn't around his family like that to where I'm with them all the time. Like I
No,
was
no,
with
I know
them.
that. I know that. I'm listening to me though. I hear what you're saying, but the way you talking about how you was brushing shoulders with
The
these certain
clubhouse, the clubhouse. What is that? What is that? That building that's in Fifth Ward, and it's like you walk in
no,
there,
no,
and it's
it's in
like what is
Southwest.
it?
It's in Southwest. If you don't know about the clubhouse, you really wasn't too familiar with this family. I'm gonna tell you like this because you a
Yeah,
woman and I
I don't
respect
think
you.
I know the clubhouse.
Hold up, little mama, and I'm gonna get off the line and let Ratchet do his thing and grip his grain. But if you speaking from the heart, speak from the heart, but don't hang yourself because
Yeah,
it's a
no,
lot
I'm
of
not gonna hang myself. If I don't know what y'all talking about, I don't know what y'all talking about. I think y'all, the mistake that y'all making with me is that y'all trying to
I think
make
I
it
think he's I think he's trying to get a point to you though. Go ahead, talk
there,
to him.
listen.
but
Hey,
there's
listen, Ratchet. It's cool, man. I'm finna stay still in the background, man. Say, fat meat greasy. Just act like you love your life. Oh yeah.
And he hung up.
that was it.
Yeah, he said act like you love your
So
life and hung up.
again,
Yo, that was
I
Junior.
I I already know. It definitely sounded just like Junior or one of them,
That
but it
dude,
is
that
what the
sounded
fuck it
just
is.
like Junior.
It
Yeah, it
sounded
was.
just
That's
like
probably Dave
him.
Prince Jr., senior son.
Yeah,
His
that
name was
sounded
his
just
name
like
was Yellow.
him.
The name was Yellow Boy.
It sounded just like him. But at the end of the day, I know what was gonna come with this. Like it is what the fuck it is. Y'all can send y'all threats, whatever. The crazy thing is, ain't nobody gonna come to Tulsa and do shit to me. So I don't really give a fuck. I'm in my hometown now. So it's like feel how you wanna
I'm
feel.
not
Even
gonna
if it
lie. I didn't believe you at first, but I do now.
like it is what it
Exactly.
is. Like I'm pretty sure that was him and I'm pretty sure he is pissed the fuck off. But oh well. It is what it is. It's been plenty of times where I didn't have situations with Junior where he didn't been like, come here, come on, and I didn't been like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Especially
that's
after what
funny too,
happened.
because we were trolling him hard in the chat. Because I made that fake Lil Cam account.
Listen, all I'm saying is people don't have to believe me. I know, he know. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what the fuck it is. I have no reason to lie. I'm not gaining
So
anything
did
from
you
this.
did you ever get your phone back that night?
I did. I did get my phone back. I got my phone. I went inside the strip club and I ran right.
So
I
how do
believe
you?
you.
Hold on. Who got that shit playing in the background? That's Sylvie. Sylvie, pack it up, Sylvie. Have a good night, Sylvie. You keep calling in with your shit playing in the background. Uh, Josh, go ahead, Josh.
No, I'm good, Ratchet. I was just gonna tell you, dude. That was Junior. I'm gonna drop down.
Salute. Judy,
Hey, Ratchet. Hey, gang.
what's good?
Hey, Cookie.
Hey.
Can you hear me? Okay. No, I was going to ask you because at first, in your beginning of the story, you were saying that you know these people and you've been around them and that you're really like know a lot about them.
Oh
And
no, I
then,
never claimed to know a lot about them, but do I know
okay,
them? Yes. Have I been around them? Yes. But do I know all of their business and what they do? No, I do not.
okay. And you said you have a friend who knows them too, right?
I have a lot of friends that know them. I
And
mean, you
nobody
seen
ever
night
said
right?
anything about them
I drop down,
doing
Ratchet.
what they do.
All right.
Not to
No?
me, but I'm a
Huh.
girl. Why are they gonna come tell me that they're some fucking kingpins? And you know what I'm saying? Like, only thing that I was ever told was just be careful with them. You know, don't fuck them over, or don't do no disloyal shit to them. Like, it could cost you your life. You know what I'm saying? I have been told that. But as far as like what they were involved in or what they actually were doing in the music industry or what they were actually doing in mob ties, no, I wasn't inside of their circle like that. I'm pretty sure that if before this, if I wanted to, I probably could, but I'm a very cautious person, you know? So I never put myself in that. Never really gave a fuck either to know about it, because you are responsible for what you know.
Okay, but now you're in it.
Yeah, now I'm in it. You know what I'm saying?
Now
He
you're
done
in
came
it.
on here and he done spoke his little piece, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was unaware or unsure if he had seen me or had seen my videos, but now I know.
Now you
Now I
know.
know.
Yeah.
Now I know you looking. Now I know you watching. And
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Were
I'm
you
not,
trying to get his attention?
absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't trying to get his attention. I was trying to get all these girls in Houston's attention. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
you
it is
was
what it
seeking, like
is.
I just said. So you baiting out
It is
females
what it
that could
is.
possibly be alleged victims. You just
No,
said what I
no, I'm bringing
look,
awareness
Ratchet.
to
Hold on, let
females
me
that could
hold
possibly
on,
become a victim. That's what I'm trying
hold
to do. I'm
on.
trying to bring
Literally,
awareness
why?
to the females that could possibly become a victim, because Junior, if that is you or not, Junior likes to get sloppy fucking drunk and he likes to take pussy, and that's what the fuck it is. That's a fact.
That's
That's a
allegedly.
fact.
That's all.
No,
That's alleged.
it's
Ratchet say
allegedly,
alleged
but
because
it's
they
a
ain't no
fact. It's
fact.
alleged. It's alleged,
How's
but
that fact? But it's alleged.
it's
Come on,
alleged.
Ratchet.
But okay, that's fine. It could be alleged. Like, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. I said what I think, and I said how I feel, and that's just what it is. Like, not everybody gonna like you. Not everybody gonna agree with you. Not everybody gonna believe you. Not everybody gonna believe me. I don't care who does, and I don't care who doesn't. You know, I just hope that the people that do believe me, they take the proper steps to protect themselves and not allow themselves to get caught up in none of that. And that's it.
So so you gonna have a network. You got a series coming out that you planning to make or what?
I
What's
don't
up?
have anything
You
coming
got
out.
a documentary. You seeking all the witnesses so you can get the footage and
Nope.
get the alleged
Nope.
stories and surviving the
Nope.
prince.
Nope.
And how much do you
This
think that's gonna
situation, I'm
accumulate
not
to?
asking I don't need anybody to tell me their story at all. I don't care about anybody's, well, let me not say I don't care. I don't care for anybody to tell me about their story. I'm not asking for nobody to come tell me about their story because I cannot do anything for them. You feel me? If you went through what you went through with them, cool. I pray for your healing. I pray for you to move forward with your life. What I'm trying to do is to prevent anybody else from being a victim. And that's it. That's it. I cannot change anything that's happened in the past. I cannot change anything that
Can you
any
confirm
female
a
has went
victim
through in the
though?
past. I mean,
Can you confirm a victim? When
I've
I say
already
confirm,
confirmed.
do you got reports? Do you have any
What are you, a
documents that
cop man
show
or something or what?
I'm not going out interviewing people about what Junior is doing to females. I'm not having interviews with people and I'm not asking people to tell me their story. You know, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to, that's not my interest at all. Again, today was my first time even asking anybody if they were a victim. And that's just because I seen a tweet and the girl said he definitely do be taking it. So I asked her, like, did he try to take it from you? But other than that, I have not asked no female at all what has she been through or what has she went through with that man at all. Only thing that I've spoke on is what happened to me and how I don't want anything to happen to any other female. That's it.
So how'd
I
you get
don't.
your phone back? And he said either suck or fuck. Which one was it?
We pulled when I got to the strip club. He wasn't there. He pulled up right after I pulled up. I got in his car. I sat down. I asked for my phone to call my mother. This night, if y'all go on fucking Texas, whatever, and y'all pull up my record or whatever the fuck y'all gotta do, y'all will be able to see the night that I got a ticket at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got pulled over, following behind him, and I finally made it to the strip club, got to the fucking strip club, got my motherfucking phone to call my fucking mama. He asked my phone back. I said, nah, chill. We chilling. I'm about to go in the strip club with you. Walked into the strip club with him. Soon as we walked in the strip club, I turned the fuck around and I ran the fuck out. I got my phone and I got the fuck. But
Where all this
I'm
suck and
not.
fuck for your phone back come from? What, you just made that up?
No, that's literally verbatim what he told me. Like that's on the cross. Jesus died for his sins. That's exactly what this man told me verbatim. He told me I was going to have to suck and fuck for my phone. But when he told me that before we had went to the strip club. He was also drunk as fuck. Like I think that that's also something that we're not remembering. He was drunk as fuck. He was in the club falling out, like laying there. He's protected though. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting down. He got niggas standing all around us. You feel me? And I asked one of the niggas to get my phone. Dude told him to give me my phone. He told dude, fuck dude. And he kept my phone. But I think the only reason why he did give me my phone was because I told him, one, my mama gonna be looking for me. I always go home.
Okay.
Okay.
There she go with somebody calling her again, but
All right, Ratchet. Well, pick me up. I just wanted to ask her those questions real quick.
salute Judy.
Salute.
Reg, is that guy still on the line?
Yeah, Mobties too.
Mob ties. Let's play one-on-one little solution here. If you truly are mob ties like you say you are, how is Jay Prince going to like it when a Welcome Back Carter you comes on here every night, spilling the beans, basically thinking you're a cop, which you're not? And second of all, if you want to be honest about it,
We can't hear
every
you.
devil has his day. That means your
Call
boss
back in.
may think he runs Houston, but I got news for you. Nobody runs Houston. It's everybody's city. And
Hey,
third of all,
Willard, hold on, slow down, Willard. Call back in, Cookie, because I can't hear you. It's loose.
Yeah,
It is loose.
I think. Well, hold on, Rich. I think Senior gotta come up and just explain some shit to you, cause Willard,
go
I
ahead
ain't
and touch
about
all
to
your
go.
pop game, brother.
I
You're gonna
ain't
need
going back and
improvement.
forth.
Slow
Stop
down,
what you
Willard.
do today.
Willard.
Willard.
What you say?
Willard wants some attention right now, but I'm not gonna do that because you taking away the attention or narrative. We got a woman out here seeking attention. She's seeking a reality series. She want to be famous. She came out here music video shoots. She came out here trying to bump shoulders or get close to the mob, and now she doing a kiss and tell basically. And I feel this woman, if she's really hurt, sincere about being victimized, and now she won't catch whoever a victim, let her do that. And I feel like her being on this platform gonna open the light for whatever she's trying to, what clout she's seeking. The clout is real. You seen Survivor on Killer, they was clout chasing. That clout was real. It lasts about 8 months of pay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I keep getting
8
phone
months of pay.
calls. I've been on
It's all
here
good.
for a few hours, so my phone kind of booming a little bit.
People calling you about what you're doing?
I just keep getting phone calls. I don't know why they call.
You're not picking up.
No, I'm not answering. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but whatever the fuck somebody just said, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of triggered me a little bit because that he said exactly that to me, and that's been with me for years. Like, y'all don't know how to fucking feel for a man to look at you, especially a man that has money and has power, and everybody in the city know him, and especially somebody that has self-respect, somebody who carries themselves in a certain type of way. And for somebody to tell me, oh, you have to suck a fuck for this, like, y'all don't know how to fuck that feel for somebody to tell you some shit like that to your face. Like, that was some wild ass shit. That was some shit that can't be made up. That was some shit that I'm not gonna ever fucking forget. Like, that kind of blew me a little bit, not gonna lie, because it's like I can't make that up. I can't make that up at all.
Willard, you got anything for her?
Yeah, hey, my friend. Next time you see something like that, my grandma always say kick me in the nuts and just run away. That's how you bring down a monster.
Slow down, Willard. Slow down, Willard. Have a good night, Willard.
Listen, I didn't. A lot of y'all, I think, and another thing is, I'm not like a normal child. Like, I didn't went through and been through so much. Like, I didn't actually been really kidnapped before. They say 80% of kidnappings are somebody that you know. And that shit true as fuck. I done had somebody come and grab me, eyes, nose, and mouth covered, and I'm through in the back of a truck. I done had to jump out of a second-story building before because I didn't have to get the fuck away. So it's like my mindset is different than a lot of people.
Hold
Like
on,
I
hold on, hold
know,
on. Did Mobties
like
cause that? What you just explained?
no,
Jumping
like
out of
I
truck.
went through. Hell no,
What
I went
happened?
through that shit. I
That's a
went
whole
through that
different
shit
story,
as
right?
yeah, I went through that shit as a teenager. I went through that shit at 13, 14 years old. So it's like when I went to Houston, like I was way more rowdier and shit than I am now. I was way more gangster and way more street than what I am now. So it's
Yeah.
like now I'm calm. Now, you know what I'm saying? I done been through therapy. You know, I done really went through my journey of healing and peace and like just dealing with all the shit that I've been through. But nigga, I know how to finesse. I know how to
See,
get the
look.
fuck
I know
out some
you know how to
shit.
finesse, but check this out. From what you just explained, is it safe to say you possibly was victimized in the past, and now coming to Houston was a thing for you to make revenge by setting some people up and getting people in trouble with allegations
I'm
that
not
ain't true?
I'm not the
That's
type
what
of
you give me.
person.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. You give me that vibe when you said that. All
That's
that really
cool.
did happen to you. I
That's
apologize. That
cool.
really some people did that to you. Them men need to
I
be
feel where you
in
coming from.
jail.
I feel where you coming from. But guess what?
But the mob ain't
I'm
did
not
it.
finna hold
You
I'm
throwing
not finna
jackets,
hold
baby.
I'm not finna hold nobody responsible for some fucked up shit that I went through as a fucking child in my adult fucking years. I'm sorry. Like regardless of what type of vibe you could have gotten, I'm not on that type of shit. I'm not trying to punish nobody for something that happened to me when I was a fucking kid. Only reason why I brought that up is because my mindset when I did go through what the fuck I went through, I knew how to get the fuck out of it. My mind knew how to get me the fuck out of it.
Right,
Whereas there's other females that get stuck in a situation like that and they just gotta go with the fucking move and they just gotta fucking take that shit. And that ain't me and that ain't how the fuck I move. I'm not gonna just lay down and take shit. Period.
all right,
You feel me?
Chris, go
So
ahead. Go ahead, Chris. Chris, you got anything? Unmute your mic, Chris. All right, one more time. Chris, unmute your mic. All right, pack it up, Chris. Have a good night. Yeah. So do you feel like you got everything off your chest tonight?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I hope everybody is good. Like I said, you know, I knew during this interview that not everybody was going to believe me. You know what I'm saying? But as somebody who has had thousands of fucking followers already, it's like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? I can't please everybody. I'm not trying to please nobody. I'm just here to bring awareness. And that's it.
Some people in the chat say they riding with you. Some people think you full of crap. Some people ride. If y'all riding with Cookie, drop them Cookie emojis in the chat. If y'all riding with Cookie tonight, y'all. Who riding with Cookie? Y'all feeling Cookie in her story? Yeah. Stop judging people, y'all. All the mob sounds slow. So, how do you feel? You feel like your life is in any danger after this, or you feel like?
I feel like Junior got on here and threatened me, but he not gonna come out here. So, and I just feel like I gotta kind of, what Whitney said, you better lay low, you know? I just feel like I gotta lay low a little bit and just, you know, stay out the way and just see what happens, you know? Just see if actual victims that have actually been, you know, raped by him, I hope that this gives them that little bit of push to stand up for their fucking self. Like he's just a man, y'all. Like they are humans like the rest of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? And no human should be out here taking advantage of no woman. Period. And that's just how I feel.
I think we got somebody calling in. Triple OG was good.
Peace, my brother. How you doing?
What's good?
Hi.
Good evening, sister. How you doing?
I'm okay. I got a lot of anxiety. My stomach is twisting and turning, but I'm okay.
You're blessed. Stay sweet. Stay humble. Hey, Ratchet, she's 1,000. No cap whatsoever. No cap.
Thank you.
She's the real deal.
80% of the chat say they rocking with her.
She's the
I
real deal.
appreciate it.
She's the real deal, 1,000%. This is coming from Triple OG, 1955, my brother.
Salute, Triple OG.
She's the real deal.
All right, appreciate you, Triple OG.
Peace.
All right. So yeah, y'all make sure to let's give you some promo. Let's make sure to go follow her on Instagram. Oh, that's Cookieanaaa. Look like your followers going up since you've been on the show. Go show her some love on Instagram, y'all. Go ahead and go to her profile on Instagram. She about to go up after this interview. She definitely gonna hit 4K tonight. So that's her Instagram. Y'all want to go follow her on Instagram. Oh, that's Cookieanaaa. And yeah, Cookieanaaa, you got any message you want to give them before you dip?
Just stay positive. Every day I'm on my story telling people stay focused on the bag. Not everybody gonna like you. Fuck people's opinions of you. Just do what the fuck make you happy. You don't gotta answer to nobody but God. You don't gotta answer to me. You don't gotta answer to your mama, your daddy. You don't gotta answer to nobody but God. Just so live right and focus on your bag. No matter what goes wrong in life, if you focus on that bag, it'll never fail you. And that's it.
Salute to you, Cookie. Go follow her on Instagram, y'all. And Cookie, you be safe. You know, Ratchet Gang, we rock with you over here. I appreciate you for pulling up. If you ever need me or the platform, you know how to reach me.
All right, I will do. Thank you so much for having me. This is my one and only interview on this situation. So y'all will never see me do another interview in regards to this again. So I hope y'all enjoyed and got all y'all questions answered.
Well, if you ever do need to pop back out, you don't need to go clout chase on nowhere else. You come back to RatchetTV.
I will. If I ever have anything else to say, I will come directly to you.
All right, salute to you. And I appreciate you. Hit me up. You know how to reach me.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right. Salute. Thank you. All right. Salute to Cookie, y'all. Salute. That was one of our positive interviews. You know what I'm saying? That was she, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey. I appreciate her for coming up and telling her story, though. That gives you a better look on what's going on. I had a whole show lined up, but it's cool. We'll just save that. We'll save the show. I had a whole show. I switched everything around this show because I just decided to just do. Because I'm gonna be real, I didn't know if I was gonna get the interview because I kept calling her today, but shit was going straight to voicemail. So I was like, I didn't talk to her till like it was like 5 something. I had already put the premiere up and everything. So by the time I put the premiere up and I did a whole show, she hits me up last minute. It's like, hey, let's talk. I'm in the damn shower. I'm like, hold on, let me hit you up when I got the shower. I hit her up, man. She like, let's run it tonight. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I was just gonna run it and then get to my content, but I didn't think the interview would last 2 hours. I had no idea the interview was gonna last 2.5 hours. But hey, this is Ratchet Gang. So if anybody didn't hear her before, over 10,000 people have been through here already. So you definitely got heard tonight. So you stay safe, Cookie, and you make sure to. I'm saying, yeah, I'll probably be on it. Maybe we'll see. I got shit to do tomorrow, so you know what? Nah, I got a business meeting in the morning. I gotta handle some business in the morning, some important business. I was giving y'all game on that shit today. I gotta go through and do my stuff for I told you they finna give me my money back from everything I didn't pay for the last 2 years. I gotta do that damn business meeting so I can get my bread. So I'm finna get racked up on their ass. You know what I'm saying? He's finna run me my bands back. But I gotta handle some shit in the morning. So I gotta make some money moves in the morning. So I don't know if I'll be on in the morning. I don't know. I definitely got some stuff to do in the morning. So I probably won't be. Yeah, it's a big Ratchet platform. Salute to the chat though. Salute to all y'all for pulling up, man. We finna jam out. Y'all want to stick around for the music? You already know what it is. Salute to everybody for pulling up. Y'all know how we do it. We out of here, gang. I will see y'all on the next one. I'm gonna just end it right here. I love y'all. Good night. Good night, y'all. We out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. So salute to y'all. I love y'all, gang. Good night to everybody. Y'all know how to reach me. Get at me on Instagram, The Ratchet TV, Facebook, KVNGGREG, Cash App, $ Ratchet TV. I appreciate anybody who sent them super chats, super stickers, and cash apps. Thank you all. I love you. I'm out, gang. Good night.
Supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood. I represent only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga, all black, everything. And my diamonds all love like Girl Wayne. Look, blue rags in the south of France, and some things in life that won't never change. Me, I'm a nigga that's supposed to ball, cause I'm a street survivor and they mowed us wrong. Before rap, we was Rolling Stones, I drove a Cutlass coupe, a cop a cortisone. Front of the building on my mobile phone, I'm thinking pace myself, cause you can overdose. Not on the drugs, but the life you chose. Like hanging niggas, they don't like parole. No such thing as they might parole, they putting cameras up and microphones, they got me sandwiched in. I want a nicer home, they know I take the risk, I don't know right from wrong. Plus any given day you might be gone. No cliches where the lines get drawn. Come on the block, it's a ride zone. For the loot, niggas stoop in the pirate mode. Paint with less strokes and divide your dog. Guns get drawn, niggas' lives get lost. Never was entitled, had to fight for raw necessities in life. You see the reason, right? I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga, all black, everything. In my 600 bands with a heavy chain. Look, you deserve a real nigga with money and some things in life that won't never change. Me, fell in love with a Cuban. A celebrity herself, probably fuck with her music. She the one that the shoe fit, but I can't stop for love. Look how the game has seduced us. Benny Hanna's of the roof, Chris. Lot of new responsibilities with all of this influence. Spinning racks therapeutic, so I snowflake the face like ACs in my new shit. One button where the roof went. TMZ taking shots, say cheese for the news clips. Dope boys and the boosters, gangbangers and hoopers. My style is inclusive. The streets is abusive, but it's like my nigga wanna survive, gotta shoot shit. Hella thick skin, never bruise quick. Yellow wrist and some 7-speed shit. I talk to you on some 7D shit. All visual nigga, going digital nigga. Not the smartest nigga, but it's visceral nigga. My understanding on a level kinda different, my nigga. Every time I drop the city of Philly. Every time you hate, you gotta be kidding. Every time I pull up the foreigners kidded, and I can't even really walk through the Beverly Center. Hudson jeans on, ain't the regular denim. I bought the 600, not the regular Benz. Famous without a deal, that ain't regular nigga. I'm tired of telling you niggas, I'm not a regular nigga. I was been supposed to change up. I was been supposed to fold all this pressure. I was been supposed to change up. Nigga, what would I look like? I come from the hood, I represent the only way up. Had to hustle, boy, I'm tryna touch a toy, I'm tryna fuck these LA streets up. Think it's safe to say that I did it, look, nigga,
Like the moon